There's not a single day that passes without you on my mind. Not even 1 minute can end up before you come around. I yearn for the days when I see your face here before me. I long for the times you held me in your arms. Whoa. How I wish that you were here to give me everything I want, but I know that life's unfair and we can't always have it.
Yeah. Unknown Brain. Marvin Divine. I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations, but it's got them hating. Thanks to all the rumors you be claiming. It's cool, I'm done with you, so they can throw you a celebration. You gon' hate it when you see me with somebody living better. I'm trying to tell you that me just doing me gon' have you jealous.
I know that I gotta stay away from all your games. Yeah, I know that I found somebody else to love me one day. You'll realize the grass ain't greener on the other side. No, you did me dirty for the last time, so now I gotta say goodbye. So now I gotta say
Yeah, my life is lovely now, I'm focused on me. You said you were about to die, I guess the car is on E. But see, I ain't even tripping, cause I just chose to believe that somebody gon' come around and give me just what I need. I don't wanna see you frowning, see you looking down and out, coming to me crying, saying you miss having me around. Gave you chances and you blew it, you so easily influenced. All the times you told me beat it, now you gotta face the music. I'm saying
I know that I gotta stay away from all your games. Yeah, I know that I found somebody else to love me one day. You'll realize the grass ain't green. empty hearts and neon lights. They're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. How's it going, boys? It is time to get some duels going, boys. How's it going, though? How's it going? Missed you guys. One day I take off, you know, Thursday. A much needed Thursday, dude. Wasn't feeling that well. Barely sleep. Yesterday I was going through like heat flashes and then just get stone cold all over my body, then back to heat flashes, then stone cold, right in my freaking seat, dude. I'm there just shaking because I'm freezing, and the next second I'm just like, I'm so hot, dude. I need to take my shirt off, and then back to freezing. I don't know, dude. Something's going on with me. Yesterday I feel like I got sick or something, but today we got some motherfucking duels, boys. Let's go. Let me get the music back up and running. Let me make this stuff a little bit quieter. This is gonna be blasted the stream. So I also not sleeping well either. That probably is linked. Probably my heat flashes are linked to lack of sleep. How's everybody doing though, boys? EU, you guys know what to do. EU, you guys know what to do. Log on, start making some groups right now. What do we got in chat? We got ourselves Lewis, we got ourselves Prawley, we got ourselves Asel, Dwarf, we got ourselves iMad, we got ourselves T-Ed, Sashimi, my man, how you doing, my dude? Hope you're having a good one. Ernest, Ivan, Cran, Joshua, how's everybody doing, boys? Let's go. I want to see the best of you guys. I want to see the best of all of you, alrighty? Horde group IDs for 5V5 join, alright, me. Guys, more than welcome to make the groups. You guys know how to make them. What up, Epic? How you doing, man? You guys know exactly how to do these, okay? It's Epic Dog. What's up, Epic Dog? I don't know. What's up, Lewis? Hope you're having a good one, my man. 5 out of 5 ready. Perfect, dude. Perfect. Brother Manser, incoming. Logging on, boys. Best of the best of the best of the best of the best. Makes me think of that Dave Grohl band, Foo Fighters. The best of you, but it's like the meme, and it's just the best, 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 and it's a whole fucking song. Not gonna lie, I could fucking listen to it the whole fucking time, dude. I actually like it. We got Ronnie in here. We got Night Rav already. All right, Ronnie and Night Rav and Alex. Alex was technically the first, so we're gonna put it like this. I'm gonna go by first come, first serve. And Alex was technically the first one in the chat to say that he's got a group. Ronnie, Night Raven, and Alex. Yo, boys, for the day, you guys making groups. I want to see new faces, okay? I want to see even 1 or 2 new people every time you guys make a group. If you have somebody join in today, right? And let's say they played already. Today. If they haven't played yet, get them all in. I want everybody to have a chance, at least once. But I want to see new people, man. I was second in the chat. I saw Alex in there. Ronnie, my man. I'm sorry, dude. I didn't see who you were in the chat, man. Is there anything else going on? Rectum, my dude. My dude. Stream is live. Every day. Fridays. On EU. 5 till 7 PM EST. IDK what that might be GMT, but yes, every Friday at this time duels are live. Gonna make a group? You are more than welcome to make groups. Hit a motherfucking smiley face. Alrighty, boys. Invite spectator match. We got ourselves Alex in here, and we're gonna get Night Raven. Rowan. I'm sorry, I keep fucking your name up, Rowan. 5 out of 5 ready. I see you now, actually, Rowan YT. You know, technically, yeah, let's get you in. Let's get you in. Technically, you did say in chat, and I'm pretty sure you said it right after Alex, which probably you popped in chat earlier than Night Raven. So we're gonna put you above Night Raven. Night Raven might have said something too as well, but I just don't know you guys' names, so don't ask me, don't mess with me now, okay? That's how we're gonna run it, that's how we're gonna do it. That's the groups for now, and we'll get Night Raven right after that. You're playing Classic at all? A little bit. Ask Kran about our adventures. Got my first mount, got my talents changed for the Backstab Rogue build. You guys would think I'm playing Sword build, right? Nope. Not playing that sword build, dude. Everybody is sword build. I'm playing human, and it was like, you're human. You should play sword build. I'm like, you know me, guys. I'll play something different. I'm gonna play the backstab build. I like backstab, though. It's kind of fun. I like ambush. It's so much easier when questing, especially as a duo. Alrighty, boys. Switch. What do we got? We got ourselves D Morse here on Team Blue with Duratam Boy. I like that name. We got Hit Face, easy job. We got Christia, and we got MMO Parks. I think Hit Face, he probably was like, what should I make my character? Well, what does my class do? Hit Face? Easy. We got ourselves also Azure Shiv on Team Red with Hamburger playing that Feral Druid. We got Loopy Hunt in the back playing, I think, Marks with the Beast Mastery. We got Mac playing as a Fury and TM Silithus playing Assassination, most likely. Corsair getting opened on by Hamburger. Off the bat, Hamburger is going to play that extra survivable, extra tanky Feral, getting hit with a Hodge, as Christian only has those bleeds, ticking down on the blood of the enemy. Big blood of the enemy coming down for Hamburger, trickens out of it as he gets hit by a bike, but that's going to be tricking wall immediately. Saw the blood of the enemy, thought, you know what, Wings blood, I better pop something here, dude. I'm not even a bear for him, and actually still getting cleaved right now. Second wall coming out immediately. Christian is just slashing right through Hamburger. That's going to be Hamburger's bike right now. Christian is going to bubble. Hamburger still in a bad situation. If he gets another Hammer Justice on him, he's actually done for the count. Barely any health left. Christian does not get a last judgment in there. If they can only catch up, get some cooldowns rolling, that would be a Hodge kill secure. Christian is going to have to go for a little bit of a re-heal. The Feral does get to stealth away. Is gonna have to get opened up on. Hamburger, this is your game to lose, my man. Another Hodge. Christia does not have wings this time. Still decided to go for that Hodge. Might still have enough right here. Does not have enough. Bash is going to secure Hamburger. That survivability is going to be able to buy himself a little bit more time. Christia needs to go through as many finishers as possible. Pretty sure they're running a talent. The more holy power you spend in a finisher, the faster you get your Hammer of Justice back, which is what you need in order to secure a kill on Hamburger. He's going to want to try to play around Thorns. He's going to want to try to pop Thorns at full health as he gets Hodged. So then by the time Christia is done bursting him, Hamburger got Christia low and he can turn that damage around. That's what he's looking for. Christia is playing a Blood Elf. If they can go for for a bit of a Blood Racial, that could be good. That's going to be... Shield of Vengeance coming out, not going offensive for Christia. That's a choice that might have actually... That might have been the game changer here. If he went offensive with that Shield of Vengeance, that might have actually ended the game, but Hamburger is going to play it super safe. So we'll see if Christian can still come back. Hamburger should have a tricky coming up very soon. Christian might have some cooldowns coming up soon. Maybe wings, maybe 1 minute long wings. Hodge coming out, no thorns for that. Christian's gonna go for the blood of the enemy into execution sentence. Huge holy power damage. Bash into Christian before he can even get a Templar's Verdict crit in there. And Hamburger's looking to get away. Christian still has wings available for a little bit. Do they get the Templar's Verdict? Did he just juke out the Templar's Verdict? He just slept around the Templar. So that's gonna be Templars right here. Wall be able to back up for Hamburger. Gets hit with a bike. Short stun onto Christia. He still has Blessing of Protection in case things go bad and Hamburger wants to peel away. Blessing of Protection coming out early for Christia. Hamburger already got away far apart before Christia could capitalize on a hand of protection. Christia though should have a full set of wings too. Hamburger is going to have a trinket this time. No wall again. No walls available for this man. No walls in this relationship. Here's an open book. Christia is just looking for the guy. How is Christia going to come back here? The next trinket is going to be perfect for Hamburger. He's actually going to send a bike at Christia. Without CDs, actually Hamburger's taking out of that Hodge, and Christia's on the defensive, and actually he capitalizes on a big damage in the opener. Hamburger taking Christia down easily. Christia, I think they had a good chance there. As soon as Hamburger had no trinket, you need to line up a perfect set of wings. Full damage setup. Maybe use a bubble or a bop to like immune yourself so you can continue trucking damage, but couldn't quite do it. The best thing to do is if Hamburger is lower on health. So you got to get up, you got to get them lower, hodge them while they're low, and burst. And that would have done it. They didn't have all the cooldowns available. Wake of Ashes was one of the GCDs they used, and that just made it super rough. Next up is going to be Hit Face. As his trading blows with Hamburger, does land a kidney shot. Is that going to be full Vendetta right now? I'm not seeing a Vendetta. It does seem like he is going to be going for, what, music, hello? It does seem like he's going to be going for a little bit of a setup with a Maledict. That might be enough on its own. Thorns are up for Hamburger, and Hitface is going to pop a Cloak of Shadows and Evasion Vanish coming down just to catch up to Hamburger. Does he have enough? He doesn't sprint. Garou does line up on Hamburger. I think he might be down regardless. Hitface used every cooldown in the book just to get a setup onto Hamburger. That's going to put him behind in the next duel. Next duel is going to be against Mac, playing the Fury Warrior, but Hitface is playing Assassination. No evasion means he's just going to take all that damage shredding to the face. No vanish available means he is just going to have a hard time peeling away, but the dots are going to be huge. Mac actually choosing to trinket out of this early. Does have the Arcane Chicken second up on the Hitface. That could be quite a bit of damage. It's going to get a charge to Hitface again. Used to keep him slowed the whole time. That's going to be Disarm on the Assassination Rogue. Blind onto Maxell. It's Max A, but I'm going to call him Maxell. It's just so much easier. I don't know. You guys know what I mean when I say. I'm not trying to be rude either. Max A. Is it... guys, how do you tell... Europeans. How do you say his name? Mac Z-E-J. Does a Z make a different noise? Does a J make like H? Max A? Max A? It's like Max Hay, right? Mac versus Hitface, getting hit with a Stormbolt. Mac still doesn't have a trinket for a minute. Hitface, though, should be getting cooldowns back little by little. 30 seconds left until that evasion. He might be able to live long enough. That's going to be getting a shot onto Mac. And he's going to try to see if he can peel away. He's getting dots rolling onto Mac. Might even be able to get a cooldown out of him. Mac may be looking to get himself a big heroic leap on top of Hitface. Not look like it's going to be happening, though. And Hitface gets himself a reset yet again. Mac, can you just say yourself some cooldowns rolling, my guy? Get those Stormbolts up and running. Keep this rogue in combat. Catch up and chase. Big leap into heroic charge is going to be good. But him having only one heroic charge is going to be a little bit, rough. But a Stormbolt should get him set up. Does pick up the eye. You know what? He's hanging on next to the eye. At this point, it might be a good idea just to pick it up. Like, what is the rogue going to do? Sap you? You just Zerka's Rage out of it, right? I think he's trying to pick up the eye, but nobody did. He like walked next to it. Hitface taking all the time in the world to buy himself as much time. He didn't hit with a Stormbolt in the opener, but now he has all the cooldowns, so he can actually stand toe-to-toe with Mac. And the fact that Mac doesn't have a trinket for a while is going to be huge. Maledict rolling up. That's going to be Disarm onto Hitface. He's looking just to get away, get himself a self-heal. Using Crucibles defensively, and that's going to be a big shadow step to get around Mac. Mac is going to go for a leap right now. That would be a perfect opportunity to leap back up to the rogue. But it looks like he's just going to wait it out a little bit. So that Mali actually ended up not getting the most value. Shortest sap in the world. Hitface is going to catch himself a bit of a reset. Max still not chasing. Like, he sees where the rogue is at. He's just not chasing after the guy. Not leaping, not nothing. Stormbolt onto Hitface. This is where Mac needs to get himself a massive rampage. Trinket coming out with a fear onto Hitface. He still has a trinket and his racial as well. Evasion up for Hitface as he's Mac popping in cooldowns. This is for Mac here to survive a little bit. And actually taking a lot of damage right now. There's not even a Vendetta rolling the guy. It doesn't even look like it's Vendetta. It looks like that's just Assassination Rogue dots rolling on the guy. Mac does not have any health. Hitface, cheap shot coming out. Nothing he can do with an end Venom. Mac just played that way too passively in my opinion. And that passiveness did not pay off. Hitface taking that kill. Who's up next? It is going to be a Zergshiv. So it's a rogue versus rogue duel. As per always, guys, if you're a rogue and you're not dueling, be out of stealth, please. If you are a druid like MML Prox, be out of stealth and out of cat form. Appreciate ya. But it's going to be a stealthy duel between a Zergshiv and Hitface. And it looks like Zergshiv might be walking towards the eye, maybe going to go for the Vanish trick. Or maybe he's just going to wait it out. Only 72% dampening left. So we can still get pretty high into dampening. I said left, but I meant like how much dampening it's got. My dad boys, my boy Dallas in live. What's up, boy? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. Good morning, Dalaran. Happy streaming, buddy. Oh, thank you, Lee Jones. We're going to see a sap onto Hitface by a Zergshiv. I like the Rogue Duels because I can chat with the chat a little bit. Cheap shot, opener by Azure is going to go for the full Vendetta on the opener. Full damage setup and everything. Invasion early, so Hitface doesn't have an answer. Trick is out of the blind right now. Hitface is still in a very bad spot. Cloaker Shot is coming out, does get himself a concoction. Throwing a Maledic onto Azure Shift, hoping to see, maybe you'll see a Cloaker Shot is out of the guy. Does hit him with the Crucible inside of a Smoke Bomb. Hitface using the Warlock Hellstone to get himself a little bit of leverage. Maledic onto Hitface, doesn't have anything on Azure Shift, does take him out. Here's the first one who found him, committed that full Vendetta. Hitface should have triggered it way early as soon as he saw that Vendetta. Chicken blind. Did not have any cooldowns to work with on Demors. Is going to be the next guy on Team Blue. Destro Warlock versus Azure Shift. Does he give him an honor duel? He could actually get a Succubus CC right as Azure Shift goes to get away. He does have the Succubus in stealth. He could go for it. No, he's too honorable, man. Way too honorable of a boy. But that's going to be Destro Warlock. Unless he's Affliction. He could be Affliction. I would love an Affliction sometime. Or Demonology. I know Demonology is like, oh, he's Succubus, but some demons actually do roll Succubus. Like in the open or something. You'll use your Succubus and you'll swap out the pet later. But that's going to be a Succubus CC off the bat as Demors does get hit with a cheap shot after a Garrote. He's going to have a little bit of time to cast himself a Fear into a Casbolt. Immolate does come out with a Conflag to follow. Could go for a Casbolt right after. Azure Shift is going to get those Crucibles in there. Could go for a Shadow Step. Shortest Fear in the world. That's going to be a Casbolt double coming out onto Azure Shift. 2 Casbolts back to back. That's quite a bit of damage in the opener. Is going to try to go for a little bit of reset. Not going to happen. Horror Effect coming out as Azure Shift, I think, was trying to go for reset. Trying to go for a Vanish. Actually got the Vanish off as he got hit with a Horror Effect. So that's a perfect re-stealth for him. That's actually quite perfect. Wow, look at that. So now he gets himself a full reset. Demors can either go for the eyes right now. Both eyes are available inside of the room. 30% dampening rolling in. As Azure Shift is just perfectly fine just resetting. He's not going to go at him. He might be able to get himself a bit of a Crucible, bit of a heal, concoction rolling. Demors might as well go for the eye, dude. Because these rogues, they'll wait and steal the whole time. You might as well utilize it. At least make an attempt or something. Because like he could just wait. Because Demors is playing again very passively, just like Mag did. That might pay off, that might not. Because the rogue is always going to have full re-stealth. But when you pick up the eye and you look for the rogue actively, especially with the fact that you have a pet, so you can leverage the fact that you can get sapped, but your pet can still like hit the rogue out of stealth. I think that'll be a better choice for you guys. This is a recommendation from me. Rogue main. Azure though, full back on health, has Cloak, has Vendetta. Did he just pick up the eye? I think Azure might have been the guy that picked up the eye just now. Did he do it to see the pet? Might have been a bold move there. Fear short onto Azure. Does get hit with a Conflag right after. Another Fear. Trick inside of it. Does he get an interrupt? Chaos Bolt. Cyclotronic Blast to follow. Burning a Cloak against that Cyclotronic. Get the shot onto Demors. He tricks out of it with a wall. That's going to be Azure. Is actually open up. 2 Chaos Bolts. It's going to be 1 Chaos Bolt. Does he get a second one out? Shadow Fury to follow. Does get a stun. Any ability to work with right now. 1 Conflag will do it. Trying to go for Drain Life and does land the Drain Life kill at the end. Azure Shiv waited all that time. You know what I hate? When a rogue waits this long for all the cooldowns to be back except for Vanish. And he still loses? Oh, man. Good attempt, though, Azure. Good attempt. Better luck next time, my guy. TM Silithus is up next as Assassination. Oh, Subtlety. I'm very happy to see that. Trying to go for a Mark for the shot onto Demors did not happen. And it's going to have to take a couple of those incinerates and flags back to back. It's going to go for big damage. It's a Succubus CC. Distant Trinket. Is that every cooldown? That is not his Shadow Blades. That is not his Shadow Blades. He's just committing some of the cooldowns. Not what Trinket in yet. Horror Effect to run him in the other direction. Does have Shadow Step if he needs to. That's going to be a port. Actually, Shadow Step right before the port happens. The TM is actually in a good spot to get himself a little bit of line of sight. But Demors is able to escape regardless. 43% dampening at rolling. 43%. It's going to be harder for TM Silithus to come back here. Needs to get some kind of a CC chain going on Demors. Is that going to be full damage? Blood of the enemy coming out. Is he going to be able to get big eviscerates? DFA coming down. Big damage, but not the biggest we've seen out of DFA before. Fear to fall into TM. He does Cloak shadows out of it. Interrupt onto Demors on the Casbolt. I'm gonna just wait it because he had Cloak. Cheap shot again. Does he have the Succubus CC to follow? Demors is actually getting lower and lower. Safety Chickens does come out for him. Vanish coming in for TM Silithus. Shadow Fury to follow. Actually landing the Shadow Fury in the Rogue. Does he get him out? He does get him out of stealth actually. Cyclotronic for Silithus from a distance. Demors can't stop it. And he actually might just melt to that Horror Effect onto TM. Fear interrupted by Silithus. You get in that Noblin and a Cataclysm to follow. Could be anyone's game and does go down to an eviscerate. TM Silithus does take him a blind order to Jordan boy. Who Chickens out of it, but Chickens out late as TM Silithus does have himself sprint. I don't know if Jordan boy has Stormbolt or something. But that rogue escape, that execute, that was the closest game against Demorse. He actually got an upper hand on him by having that cyclotronic trinket. Demorse can't stop it unless he has, well, an interrupt. And the only way to do it is to have the right pet. And all of the warlocks are always going to run, you know, that one pet. Is he Magar? I didn't realize he was Magar. But that's going to be Georgian boy trying to go in for his Magar racial, as you saw. But not getting the most value. Rockets flying. Does he hit Silithus? Ooh, tried to hit one side. That's a ballsy trinket, by the way. That's a really bad trinket, too. The rocket trinket. At one point, it was good, but Blizzard nerfed it to the ground since, like, Season 1. So it's really not worth running ever. No matter with higher item level, it's always going to scale super low. And it also has, like, the shortest range on it. Like, a rocket was right next to Silithus, but that cyclotronic was huge because of the succubus pet chosen by Demorse. That's going to be a cheap shot opener. And he's actually got himself Shadow Blades, Blooded Enemy coming out. Could this be the big setup? Is trying to get those big DFA going. That's not going to be huge. Actually getting Georgian Boy to about 60% health, but it's going to be a disarm on the downfall for that DFA. Maledict rolling onto TM into another kidney shot onto Georgian. Wait, maybe the first kidney shot actually, because cheap shots are huge. Short stun onto TM, and he's actually not looking that good. Fully necrotic out. That's going to be Georgian Boy also popping in rage regeneration for himself. Does he have a charge here? Actually, TM catching a resell. Zerka's Rage is not available for Jurichan unless he's waiting to use it a little bit later. Might be saving it for a better opportunity. But that's going to be, oh, Blade Storm in the opener as TM gets a Mark for Death ready. Jurichan boy should know that a Mark for Death kidney shot should be next right after that with that Mark for Death ready. Backstab's coming out on TM, but they're doing no damage at all. For some rogue, backstab is only a portion of your damage. It could be a vanish shot of TM right now as Jurichan has cooldowns rolling. This will be a perfect time to vanish. Hopefully Jurichan has some sort of a dot onto TM. And Silithus, oh, somehow gets himself out of stealth. Catches a reset off of blind for a second. Shortest cheap shot in the world. Does he have anything to follow here? Charge and truck damage into Juritan. Could be anyone's game. And oh, the rogue is down to the X again. Juritan does use the Warlock Hellstone at the end. But Lippy Hunt isn't going to get him. Isn't going to let him live past that. Oh my god. And Loopy, you got to be up versus Prox. Last man left on Team Blue with 3 people to go through. Actually, not 3 because Zhurshiv. It looks like he has health, but he doesn't. Also, Loopy Hunt is down too. Hamburger. So it's only Loopy Hunt versus Unplugs. For some reason, they're showing up on the UI like they still have health bars, by the way. So it's not my choice here. It's someone with the UI bug. But Loopy getting shredded, melted to those dots. Didn't even stand a chance. Prog just popped every CD and that's it, man. Double Crucible, dots, bleeds, done. That was so good, dude. Oh my god, TM just had the closest duels, dude. Rest in peace, Rogue, man. Rest in peace. What didn't help him at all, though, is somehow he got out of stealth. I think maybe the warrior ran some kind of ability or maybe a trade that puts a dot on you. Something. Oh, hot blood, cold steel. Or cold steel, hot blood. That's the one, I think. Did he even run it? Hold on, we can actually see. So it was not... Duritan boy. Did he run? Yeah, Gushing Wound. So he does have Gushing Wound. Maybe that's what was on the rogue. Or no, Cut of Death. That's what might have gotten him out of stealth. Oh my goodness. All the words with cutscene. Katiku. It's Getiku, but I always call it Katiku. Because it cuts. Get it? Haha. Alright, boys, let's get a new one going. Let's get a new group going. We got ourselves. Who else we got? We got ourselves Night Raven. I don't know if he really wants to play. I'm getting invited by Christia. I don't know if you meant to. Yeah. How many of these duels are we at right now? 32. Okay, dude. We're ready, mate? Alright, Rec 2 and Night Raven. We'll get you guys going. And we'll start sending you guys around. We'll let Night Raven and Rec 2 go. And then we'll just try to get you guys going. Versing one another. I do want to see variety, boys. So at least 1 or 2 new people every time your group runs. 1 or 2 new people, alrighty? That's what I want to see. What's the alliance group called? Probably all going to be called 5V5 1v1 DUELS. If you guys want to join any of the groups, it's going to be in the player versus player pre-made group, custom PvP. Find the group and type in 5, enter, and you'll find groups called 5V5 1v1 Dalaran or something along those lines. They'll have the number 5 in there. That's all you should be looking forward to. Trying to get some boys in alliance? Hell yeah, dude, go for it. Black Rook Hold Arena. Let's go. Was a bleed? Yeah, I can tell. I won't participate tomorrow because I broke my hand. I'm sorry, by the Boris. Did you break your left hand or right hand? Either way, man, that's got to be annoying. Because if it's a mouse, you can't really turn anywhere. Unless you run like a Naga. And you can hold like left and right click, but it's still super difficult for strafing. I'm sorry, my man. Yo, hopefully you feel better. Hopefully you feeling better, my guy. I had a guildie, actually, or a friend of a guild that broke his hand the other day. He said it was super annoying playing. Alrighty. Switch. Who do we got this time? We got ourselves Big Max. Yo, big man right here making a comeback. Like the Magma man. We got Candy on that group as well. We got Carrie playing that Fury Warrior. Look at how stalwart as hell. 14 in the back. And Zooey. Wow, we got all the champs in a single room versus Team Blue with Olag in there. We got Snoopy in the back. Tommy. TV Kush. Toku and Zion here. Yo. What's up, boys? How's it going? We got ourselves Toku going up first versus Zooey. As always, boys, good luck and have fun. Be out of stealth unless you are doing. Looks like Zooey's right on top of Toku, who's going to land that Serpent Sting opener on him. Kidney shot coming out first by Zooey onto Toku. Is going to go for the pet sack in the opener. So Zooey's only get marginal damage in there. Going to go for a full kidney shot into a cheap shot, and he always peels out after those two stuns. He doesn't go for a triple cheap shot. Maybe that's a playstyle that he plays for his rogue. It's going to be evasion available for Zooey. Using Crucible in order to get some more damage onto Toku. He has a freezer trap available. Actually goes for re-stealth with Shadow Melt. Zooey knows there's a freezer trap, but decides to walk into it either way. Many bandage coming out. Or maybe he was being careful with that shot, with that trap, and then he thought it was in one area. He's zig when he should have zagged, basically. Get a shot onto Toku. He trick inside of it. It's actually quite huge for Zooey. It's going to get a triple, double cheap shot onto Toku. And Zooey needs to bail out of there. Does score himself a vanish. But that's going to be bleeds and poisons on him. Looking to catch himself a little bit of escape. I've never seen Worgen sprint up until now. They do have different models now. And they look quite good. Dude, he looks good in the cape. Look at that. Most rogues don't wear capes, but most rogues are not heroes either. And that's going to be a camo for Toku. So that's going to be a reset for both of these guys. Toku getting a camo, Zooey get himself a re-stealth, and he actually finds the rogue into a harpoon right after Zooey. This is the opportunity right now to go for full setup. Stun onto Zooey, trinkets out of it right now. Toku getting hit with a kidney shot. This is where Zooey could go for big damage. Does not have Shadow Blades or anything to follow up. Does he have a cheap shot to follow? Quite a big amount of damage coming out for Zooey though, into a blind on Toku while he's super low. If Zooey can catch himself a bit of a reset, or at least get calm points and wait for the stun DRs, he might be in a good position. He needs to interrupt Toku from going for that mending bandage, because you know Toku is going to go for it as soon as he gets a chance. Zooey actually going to go for a shadowy duel on one of the enemy team members, which is allowed for sub rogues. That is allowed, but it allows Toku a perfect opportunity to get himself a full camo. Zooey is gonna have to wait a little bit longer in the arena. Maybe get some mage food and start eating. That's exactly what he is gonna have to do. He's gonna have to start getting himself food. So hopefully Toku was aware that Zooey is somewhere in the room. Hopefully he's aware that Zooey is most likely recovering from the mage food. I don't think he is. Otherwise I think he would have been on his trail the moment he saw him. Flare maybe hitting him. Nope, Flare does not hit him, but he gets really close. Zooey, oh, he gets himself Shadow Blades rolling, but that's going to be a freezer trap to stop him, and Toku does not want to break it for any reason. Let those Shadow Blades wear off. Getting a harpoon into Zooey, disengaging right after. Just like him plays straight in Crucible is going to be a stun into Zooey right now. Could be the answer to him. Does he have anything to follow? Zooey might need to get counter-offensive. No more Shadow Blades, however. Toku is going to get himself the pet sack. So Zooey is actually just completely locked out of doing the most amount of damage possible. Getting quite a bit of damage than Toku. Does get him to 50% in a single stun lock combo, but that's going to be manic bandage. Needs to interrupt it. Shadow step at Toku. And Zooey's still in a very bad situation. Does go for a vanish, but at least he stops Toku from getting himself full camo, or full manic bandage. The camo, though, still stick on him. If he can find him, does land a sap, does deny some of that camo. I guess there's some dots rolling on Toku. And that's going to be Zooey getting hit with a Serpent Sting. Cloaking Shot is coming out in case he's running through any of the traps. This is his opportunity right now. If he can get the most damage right here, this would be perfect. Harpoon by Toku. Does get a Knife Blade. Mark for Death ready for a kidney shot. Manic Bandage is coming out. Trinkets out of it, and Toku is still in a decent spot. Cheap shot. Trinkets out of it immediately. Second cheap shot to follow. Zooey needs to min-max the damage. Does go for a double cheap and looking to bail away out of here for a second stun onto Zooey right now instead. I'm swapping to the wrong person, and Toku is just trying to unleash the most amount of damage among the strikes that are coming out back to back. Needs to get the pet on Zooey right now. Zooey is trying to kite that thing around as best as he can. The dots are still there. That's going to be a shadowy duel off of the Warlock again, as he's going to try to see if he can get himself a little bit of an escape. These guys have had a back and forth for quite a bit of time. I don't know if Toku was able to see where Zooey was, because he did put up some... He did come out to eat food for a second and go into stealth immediately. So if Toku was aware what Zui was, at least looking for health bars, he might have had a chance. But that's going to be a reset for these guys yet again. I think, what is it, second to third reset for both of those two? Nvidia is going to wants to give either one a chance here. Toku is going to have himself pet sack for the first opener by Zui. So if you can go on the second opener before the trinket is up, then Zui might have a chance. For Toku though, he needs to stay on Zui. He needs to maintain those dots. Needs to even do damage from afar. I know he's going for that harpoon disengage trap, but that puts himself in a bad situation sometimes mobility wise. So I feel like you might want to stagger those a little bit. But that's going to be a kitten shot onto Toku. Does not have a defensive, it doesn't look like. And that's going to be quite a bit of damage for Zui. Actually getting some huge damage on Toku. Might be enough right here. Toku is landing a stun. Trying to go for damage himself. Popping every CD available. Toku, though, is in a bad spot right now. That's actually going to be a miss on a freezing trap until Zui does run into it. Does get redotted, though. The freezing trap should break. Or I guess it doesn't. Many bandages available for Toku. Recovered quite a bit of health. Zui gonna go for a vanish yet again. Tripping the tar trap though, which puts him out in the open. Toku needs to commit right now for big damage. Needs to put traps on both exits here in the arena. Trap on one side, flare on the other. Needs to look for Zui. He has actually the seeding food down right straight in the middle. Yeah, you know, I don't think you're gonna be able to find him at all. He's looking for him. He's like, you're gonna have to come out of here one way or another. Zui's just gonna hovel up in a corner right now. He doesn't even get up for food. Oh no, Toku, this is the opportunity, man. Oh my god. Oh, tripping that freezing trap as he tried to walk out of there. So Toku put up through traps in one corner, flare in the other. Zui has nowhere else to go. Should have just stuck in the room, man. It was going to be a ballsy, but should have stuck in there. And Zui's already at about half-ish health. Stun coming out. Zui trickets out of it. Toku has a tricket if he needs to. Doesn't even need to, but he still is going to use it. The pet sack is going to be applied. Zui trying to commit as much damage as possible. Dot applied on Zui. Going to be a blind on the Toku. This way he would have loved to have a tricket for that blind, though. Used to get the pet over there. Going to be yet another shadowy duel for Zui to try to get out of there, man. Should we just allow it? Chat, what do you guys think? Should we ban shadowy duel on an enemy? On an ally, because I allowed it originally for sub-rogues because sub-rogues don't do nearly as much damage as assassination. Sub-rogues have the worst sustain possible. So originally I allowed it, but we might need to make a change to that rule and say that sub-rogues can't shadowy duel off of someone else, but we'll have to wait and see, boys. Yeah, what do you guys think? I'll let the chat decide on that one, because originally I allowed sub-rogues to shadowy duel off of an enemy player to catch another reset. But you guys in chat can decide. I'll let the chat decide, man. It's kind of like how I allow Shadow Priest, by the way, so we can cut out on a charge trap. Perfect opportunity for Toku. What? I would have dotted Zui. He knows where he's at least. He knows exactly where he's at least. But it's like how I allow Shadow Priest to use Life Swap with an ally in order to stay in a duel. It makes duels that much closer, that much nicer. And Zui, oh my god, Toku just committed every cooldown. I didn't even think he was going to die in the opener. Carry getting hit with a freezing trap immediately, and Toku is just on speed right now. First kill, now he's feeling very confident. Stun coming out by Carry. That's going to be pet sack for Toku. Carry could actually go for a bit of cleave off of that pet, making sure to use Whirlwind from time to time. That pet is going to be in a bad situation, putting Toku in a bad situation. If both of them are taking damage, that's actually double Bloodthirst for Carry as well. I'm pretty sure some more healing. Blaze Storm coming out to follow in case there's going to be a stun or maybe a freezing trap, and Carry is continuing to truck damage into Toku. Carry not actually looking that good himself, but he actually looking better than Toku right now. Execute range for both of them right now. Fear on the pet, and Carry's looking quite good. Stun onto Toku. No chicken available. That's a reflecting case. He goes for a freezing trap. Turtle still coming out for Toku. Still landing a freezing trap on a Carry. And that's going to be manning bandages right out to Carry. Oh, and into a camo. As long as Carry doesn't find you, you should be good. Leaping next to your pet and try to go for a whirlwind, but doesn't land it. Carry still has plenty of cooldowns rolling himself. Still has plenty. He has himself in Rage Regeneration. Has Commanding Shout. And Toku at least gets himself a free, easy out. I was wrong, but Toku is now out of cooldowns except for a trinket. Maybe he'll have himself a pet sag, but Carry... I feel like Carry should have been AoEing the pet. Now he's trying to get the pet low, but shouldn't kill the pet. That's going to be his Underrod trinket procced here. Oh, Carry, that's... I think Underrod trinket procced only one so far. 8 minutes in, 22% dampening, so Underrod trinkets are going to be a lot less in value from that first duel. Started to Carry, and Toku is still not looking that good. He used to get some distance away from Carry ASAP. And Freezing Trap is going to separate those two. Manic bandages do come out, but apparently, I guess it was a Crucible dot that kept Toku out in combat, so that's going to be a little bit tough for him. is going to get dots rolling into carry back to back. The grenades to follow. But Toka still is in a bad spot, man. He got himself aspect of the eagle rolling. Got himself coordinated strikes. Is getting himself quite a bit of healing right now from the Warlock Hellstone carry. Gonna go for Blaze Storm. Trying not to get stunned or frozen. That's going to be his Enrage Regeneration coming out. Toka gets out of it immediately. Trying to disengage. Not giving carry a lot of opportunity to get a heal. And that's going to be a Freezing Trap reflected. Toka in a bad spot. Trying to go for Manage immediately. But I think it's going to be down for the count. And Scary does land that Freezing Trap reflect on him. And Snoopy, the Feral, is up next with carry out the open. Not a lot of cooldowns left. Maybe a trinket available. And actually denying the Feral the opener. Snoopy getting hit with a fear. As thorns come out, he trinkets out of it. And is looking a little bit laggy right now. He's like moving back and forth, I think, or something. But that's going to be carry reflecting a lot of those thorns back up. Wall for Snoopy just so he can get himself a little bit of defensive for it. And Carry's going to have quite a hill to climb here with his health where it's at against Snoopy. Those bleeds are going to be huge. And I guess all you can really do is maybe go for Eye and Mage Food. He's going to go for Mage Food immediately as soon as he can. Snoopy is going to be forced out all behind the pillar. Even going for Travel Form just to catch up to Carry faster. But I gave Carry a couple ticks of food immediately. Strict coming out for Carry, stun onto Snoopy. This way Carry could go for some crazy damage right now if he has the opportunity. The Snoopy trying to get the bleeds up and running, and Crucible just trying to do whatever he can. Just let the dots do a lot of the work. Carry having to leap away. Might have to go for a charge with Snoopy. Try to go for Reflect. Almost reflected that root, and that's going to be him going down. Those bleeds are completely just deliberating. Whew, that's tough, man. That's tough. Is Fortune next? Or is it Canny? Canny is up next. Okay, he's letting Snoopy at least get a full reset here. And Canny getting opened up by the Feral. Snoopy does not have a trinket. So Canny has himself a perfect opportunity. Ring of Frost onto Snoopy in the opener. Since he can't polymorph him. If Canny can go for a full setup, Snoopy does have one wall though. Meteor coming out. It's going to be a full combust coming in for the Mage. Wall for Snoopy is going to get a root onto Canny right now. If Canny can somehow get out of the root, get next to Snoopy, he might have a chance. Snoopy trying to heal as much as possible. Can Canny blink on top of him? That was full combust though. That is rough. Snoopy made sure to get that root in there. Polymorph trying to come out onto Snoopy. He does shift into cat form for a moment. Into a short stun onto Canny. Trinkets out of it. Needs to get himself a Dragon's Breath right now. Snoopy continuing to get heals from the Underrod Trinket. Fireball coming out for Canny. He's playing out for all his cooldowns, all his health. He's even going to probably use that Cauterize in order to keep himself afloat. Snoopy trying to get those bleeds up and running ASAP. Letting those bleeds be huge for Canny. Cauterize coming out. He blocks it. Needs to stay in block for the damage to not go through. Snoopy knows that he needs to stay in block, so he's going to go for regrowths. Getting interrupted on the regrowth right after. Ring of Frost to follow. Has a trinket though. Actually, no, getting still interrupted. Wait, what? He actually leaped over the Ring of Frost. Didn't even worry about it at all. Meteor coming down. Has a wall available. Canny trying to get some scorches in there. Short stun onto Canny. I think Snoopy has him here. Trying to get those last few Crucibles in. Big bite to follow. And Canny does go down. Fortune is up next. Trying to capitalize on the fact that Snoopy has no cooldowns. Instant trinket out of that bash. Snoopy is going to be able to have a bit of a leap. Has a trinket if he needs to. No wall available. Trying to power shift out of those fists, and he is successful at doing that. Get himself a swift man right after. Fortune got his images up and running again. Trying to get a slow into Snoopy. A short stun onto Fortune. Does he get a root to follow? I think actually Snoopy might want to stay in there with Thorns a little bit. Try to get a Crucible into Fortune, but he does land a little bit of damage needed in order to score that kill. Olag having to go. Oh, what the? Whoa, what? Fortune, how'd you get so low in health? Huh? Was it the bleeds from Snoopy that just continued to tick on? Has a karma immediately will that touch of death onto Olag. He just tried to wait. Whoa, he's Affliction Warlock right now. Using new ways onto Fortune. Fortune better start healing through his dots. Vivifies are coming out. Oh my god, he still doesn't have any health. What happened? Was that his wall that gave him a little health? Was that a trinket? That must have been a trinket or something. Because that said, like, how is that man low on health? Like twice. Hello? What? And Olag though, he's still in there, man. I guess Snoopy's bleeds were doing quite a lot of work. Olag actually not pushing in at all. He's just letting the pets do all the work, trying to get the pet succubus CC to happen. Not gonna happen though. Fortune's most likely gonna interrupt the pet if needed. And just healing back there. 51% dampening, not letting him do that. This is where the Affliction Warlock has a chance here against Fortune. Used to get on top of him. Start getting the dots rolling. Shortest roll in the world for Fortune. In cap to Olag. And if Ola can go for a succubus CC right now, his pet actually get a hit with a stun. Just needs to maintain some form of dots onto Fortune. That's all you need to do, Olag. That's all you need to do. And there's a pet on the side. Succubus CC I think was trying to come out, but didn't happen. Unfortunately, using that ring again to keep Olag away. Olag, man, you just gotta walk at the guy. hit him with a horror effect or something. Try to maintain the dots. Corruption and agony and whatever other dots he has are on him. Fist of Fury coming in for Fortune, try to get counter-offensive here. Fury to follow by Oleg. Fortune actually has cooldowns coming up very, very soon. Almost has his Karma back up. Karma actually is up, and Oleg has himself Reflect. I don't really know if that can reflect a lot of the Karma damage. Using a Warlock Gateway to get away from Fortune. Just trying to min-max the damage here. Into a succubus CC, he breaks out of it immediately. Oleg going to go for that wall right now. Does he have anything at all? Does need to be up on Fortune. Using Crucible right now. Does get the pet up and running to increase the duration of those dots, but Fortune looks like he's going to be surviving that just fine. Zaya is up next. Oleg, I feel like, had an opportunity, but he just simply did not take it. Super sad to see that, because I wanted to see an Affliction Warlock do well. That's going to be in-cap into Fortune with a leg sweep to follow right after Fist of Fury, and oh my god, Fortune goes down immediately to Zaya. Big Max is last one standing. You got Team Kush and you got Zaya on Team Blue. Big Max does not have a lot of healing to work with here, 60% dampening, so it's going to be super rough. And Zaya is all the way on the other side of the pillar. Traps are already get applied for Big Max. He is running that steel trap, which is quite huge against a lot of these guys. Does get a root, but also an extra bleed to follow. Stun onto Zaya. Triggers out of him really into a disarm onto Big Max. And just try to roll up next to him. Karma already! So Big Max is just going to sprint out of there. Using a Tiger's Lust. Not Tiger's Lust. Aspect of the cheetah. Just bailing out of there, man. Bit of a fight to follow for Zaya, however. Big Max has cooldowns rolling, but that pet is not going to be enough by himself. In-cap onto Big Max, and Zaya has a freezing has a Fist of Fury, but the freezing trap is going to stop him in his place. Did not have a leg sweep to follow. And that's going to be a little bit of just a variety of dots. You got a Mally in there. You also got ourselves Surplus Sting in there. You got Seal Trap in there. There's a bleed. Leg sweep coming out into Big Max. He has a trinket if he needs to. Zaya feeling pretty confident right now. No wall needed. No Karma needed. Has wall. Big Max popping a turtle shell. But as soon as Zaya bails out of there, he's lobbing the grenades in there, man. So Big Max still just playing the very clutch, very risky game. He's not going away. He's not even using his heal. He doesn't even have a manic bandage, it looks like. Or maybe he feels like it's not worth it this late of a duel. Just going to use Crucibles onto Zaya. Let the dots do work. And that's going to be a steel trap. Stun to follow. Zaya doesn't have a trinket. That's going to be a couple grenades for Big Max. Karma available almost soon for Zaya. If he can live it long enough, he'll be fine. But that's going to be kill commands by the pet. And down he goes. Next time, it's going to be Team Kush playing out also Survival Hunter. Lobbing grenades at Big Max. But it's going to be a freezing trap to stop him in place. Timmy is trying to... Oh, he does see around a little bit of a manic bandage. Maybe Big Max is not even using that for a heal, but just to take the dots off of him. But that's going to be Team Kush's pet getting the stun into Big Max. Doesn't quite kill him. Big Max barely has any health. Team trying to go for a harpoon. Does land the harpoon finally. Grenade lobbed onto Big Max. Big Max doesn't have any health at all left. And down he goes. With this high dampening, there's not a lot you could do, dude. Oh my goodness. Everybody got to play here, didn't they? Yeah, literally everybody got to play. What the hell? Woo, alrighty, boys. Alrighty, boys. Let's get ourselves another one going. We're looking for the variety now, yeah? Looking for the variety. If you guys have questions how to join in, let me know. Yo, what's up, Garrett? I'm a man. Hope you're doing good. Feel like for us to catch a stream to you, Garrett, my man. What's up, man? We're doing some EU duels right now. Hope you enjoy, my guy. Tomorrow is NA. How you doing, dude? Been playing a little bit classic myself. Have you been playing any classic, my dude? Eating num done. Dude, everybody and the mother has that weak aura. I swear. Kyle, who made the weak aura for food? Everybody uses the same thing. Is that the base? Is that base? What's up, Felix? How do you, man? How do I join? Yo, boys, let me show you. So we got EU right now today for Friday. Friday is always for EU. Saturdays for NA. And we got ourselves player versus player premier group, custom PvP. Go to there, find group, type in 5, enter, and you should find a group that's called 5V5 1V1 on EU, Alliance, or Horde. You guys are more than welcome to. So what do we decide? Is it a ban for the Rogues Shadowy Duel or not? Because I didn't really get it. Some of you guys said ban, some of you guys said it's fine. I didn't really get like a concrete one. Like everybody said one thing. Maybe in the comments I'll get a little bit more of like after that, as it goes in the YouTube video. Maybe in the comments, don't ban it. Yeah, I didn't really. I got a very lukewarm response from you guys. Like some of you said ban it, some of you says don't ban it. But yeah, like I think for sub rogues that's fine. It lets him escape a little bit more. Positional is also important. Subrogue's gonna do the same damage as ban spore pods. I cannot do that. I physically cannot do that. I physically cannot do that. I actually can't ban spore pods. Rogue suits him over by eating too much mage food? Most likely, dude. Most likely. Problem mage food, it makes self-healing classes much worse and deep dampening. Yes, it does. It does. But he also joined for resets. Hello, Dalaran. How's the floating above Broken Isles treating ya? Pretty good, pretty good. I'm hoping to change location sometime, dude. I just had my move. Where will Blizzard put me next? Never know. Limp and Liam is ready? Alrighty. Let me get it set up. We got Limp and Liam, and we got Alex. He's got a group. Let me go get a refill of water, boys, okay? Let me go get a refill of water real quick. But as soon as I'm back, we'll get this going, okay? Okay, BR back. BRB, boys. We're back. We're back. Got water. We have a sip before we get back in. Let me actually cue this while we're here. The Grand Arena. Alrighty, boys. Give it a best shot. I want to give everybody a chance here. But get someone new. Every game, someone new. Someone new. Remake your groups. What's up, Defco? How you doing, man? I hope you're having a good one, my guy. You think Mono's too good for 2v2? Nah. On BlizzCon that said Khadgar tried moving Dalaran to Shadowlands. Dude, that would be okay if they did. I like Dalaran, but I like the new zones though. I think it's a good. I think using Dalaran all over as a city, it's a cool idea, but it was cool for Legion, but they shouldn't do it for a while. They shouldn't do it for a while until it makes sense. Until it makes sense. And it doesn't make sense to move Dalaran now, at least. At least in, like, you know, the undead realm. But if they had like a version of Dalaran in Shadowlands, that'd be cool. Like a smaller version, maybe like the OG version back from Warcraft 3 days or something. Just looked a little different. Twitch, who do we got? We got ourselves Apocrypha? Apocrypha? And Decapitator and La and Peltru the Boomy, and we got ourselves Reptiles playing more with a BM or maybe MM. We got ourselves D-Moors on Team Blue with Duratan Boy in the back. We got ourselves Christy again, MM Prox, and this? Who is this? Who is this? What is that stab, by the way? It's like double-edged sword or something. What is that? It looks like a razor blade. D-Moors getting opened up on by the Death Knight Apocrypha. Getting the pet over there, letting the pet do the stun, gripping in Demorse. He actually hung out behind the pillar for a second, interrupting on that fear, but that's going to be cancelable to follow Apocrypha. Hopefully it had AMS ready for that one. But that's going to be triggered off of the horror effect, stun into Demorse. He was it immediately as Infernal comes out. Caseball flying onto Apocrypha. That's quite a lot of damage and Demonic Gateway coming out for Demorse. If he can land another Casebolt onto the DK, then he'll be in a good spot. And that's going to be DK has to utilize his Death's Advance in order to keep mobile. That's going to be also... What? Cruise? Not the Crucible, but the Underrot Trinket rolling into another Casebolt to follow. That's going to be quite a big one unless Apocrypha is able to stop it. It is going to be Succubus CC with a Casebolt getting gripped on it. Now the Casebolt needs to come out. That's why Demorse needs to get this Casebolt in. This could be his opportunity. Griffa does have the Savior Trinket coming up right after with the Underrot Trinket to follow. And it's going to be able to get a little bit of survivability. Letting the pets in the Army of the Dead do a lot of work to Demorse. It's going to be just a little bit on necrotic stacked up. But Demorse is doing just fine. Apocrypha using the Death Strikes in the back just to heal off of the pet. And it's actually playing very weird build for Unholy Death Knight. Usually Unholy Death Knights go in full burst onto somebody. And that's going to be Demor's trying to line up Casbolts around the corner, but it's not going to happen. Does send a Crucible at Apple though. Stun into Demor's, and this is where maybe the Death Knight might want to go in for full damage. Casbolt hit him in the face. And was the pet stun coming out right after that Casbolt, though? AMS to follow. And this way he's going to go for as much healing as possible. Demor's did try to go for a Cyclotronic, but that AMS is going to stop all of that damage. Casbolt to come out again. And it's going to land. Apocrypha finally staying in. Finally getting himself in there with the ghouls, with the Army of the Dead. Maybe looking to catch him on the line side. He is looking to catch him on the line side. That's going to be Succubus CC. Double Casbolt does go flying. And Appa is going to go behind the pillar and just literally heal off of the Succubus. This is the weirdest build, the weirdest playstyle I've seen for the Holy Death Knights. Normally I see him just truck people down. But this man has got himself Underwatch Trinket, Safety Trinket. He's just like, he's just trying to play a long game, I guess. I guess the Warlock, Fear to Fall is going to stop him in his tracks as he does get himself Transfusion. Stun into Demor's is going to have to sit it. Now the pet are getting beefed up. Now the A-bomb is coming down. Demor's is probably going to have his own pet available very, very soon. Trinket coming out for Apocrypha at the end of the Horror Effect. Not the best time to do it. Succubus CC as Demor's trying to get himself a little bit of range away from the DK. Maybe he can chuck out a couple of Casbolts in there. Fear to Fall AMS does come out for Appa though. Under our Trinket proccing as well to keep him afloat while he's got the Abomination and everything. Demor's should get the Death Knight out in the open. Casbolt does come out doing quite a number of damage. And that's why Demor's goes to himself for a little bit of damage, but no, he actually gets interrupted on a Casbolt, not a Fear, not the best situation to be in. But now he can finally maybe go for a bit of CC. Back-to-back, Apocrypha does not eat that Fear. Looks like it is fully DR'd. Demor's needs to get himself an Infernal up and running sometime soon. That's about all he can do right now. Infernal does finally come out. Needs to get his Casbolts up and running. Get an interrupt on the Casbolt. And it's actually low enough on health and enough necrotics on him where maybe Appa could stay on him as best as possible. He's going to use Death Pack and actually light his side. Still eats a Casbolt around the corner. Second Casbolt to follow. Does get a grip on it. This one Demor's needs to get interrupt on. He does not get interrupted. It's perfect. Another Casbolt. Appa does go for a Death Pack right now. Demor's needs to also keep the dots on his pet as best as possible. Appa getting hit with a Succubus CC. Actually keep it in place long enough. Does stop that Casbolt in case he gets interrupted on. AMS to fall for Appa. Trying to get himself an Immolate. Safety Trinket coming out for Demor's. Trying to use Fear while Wall is up and running. Well, Wall he probably went for the full Casbolt. Cycle trying to get interrupted. Maybe he can go for a Fear into Casbolts. Casbolt 1 coming out. Can he get a second one? Double Casbolt right after. That's not going to be enough damage. Appa barely has any health, but it's going to go behind the pillar. Demor's is out there in the open with the pet. Horror Effect coming out, I think, on one of the pets or something. And Appa actually just grips him right next to, interrupting him on a Cyclotronic yet again. Does Demor's have anything to follow at all? Immolate coming out. Casbolt, that's all he's really got. And it looks like Appa was able to death strike him long enough to secure himself enough health not to get burned by a single Casbolt. Super weird Death Knight playstyle. Very kite heavy. But it worked. And Emma Plox is up next. Wall in this right now with Thorns up and running. And Appa did deny the opener by the Feral, landing a stun onto Prox while he's out of bear form. This is where Appa really shouldn't do damage to the Thorns. Your pet is also down as well. The pet doing damage to Emma Prox. Just melted to those Thorns. That's going to be short pet stun for a second. Appa does get AMS rolling. Against Frox though, you can't run away. You can't just hide behind the pillar with a pet hitting you. So, goes down to a single Crucible. Prox has got him low enough. Let the Blaze do the work at a Crucible as AMS goes down. Next Death Knight, Decapitator. Is he playing Frost? No, still more than Unholy. He's going for that little bit of that kite strat, letting the pet do a lot of work, letting the Crucibles do a lot of work too. And as Prox trying to get defensive, this could be a grip right now. It is going to be a grip into the stun into Prox. He does bear form this with Thorns, but Trick gets out of it immediately. Still super low on health, and still the Army of the Dead surrounds him. As long as Decapitator can keep the chains on Prox, as long as he can keep those chains of ice, the pets will do quite a lot of damage. There's so many pets casting at Prox right now. He's actually out in the open getting obliterated by this pet. Second wall coming out, has renewal if he needs to. He's burning through all his defenses to try to stay in against Decapitator, trying to heal himself as much as possible. Renewal hasn't been used yet. IBF coming out for Decapitator. Does he have a grip to pull Prox back out? He does. Does he have a stun maybe to follow after? He does not. Trying to drop Death again on one side, not letting Prox restealth. At least he does get himself those regrowls and rejuve up and running. That's about all he can do right now. Decapitator though, if he needs to get himself some sort of a pet up and running, some sort of a beef up ready to go, and a full stun into Prox to take him down. But with those Thorns, he has to play defensively. Prox taking the opportunity, getting big bites at Decapitator. He's even using Crucible defensively. Short stun by the pet. Should have probably waited for his own stun. But the pet actually died. Wait, Prox actually put up bleeds on the pet midway, so as soon as the pet got beefed up, decapitated, lost the pet. He beefed it and it's gone. And the bleeds are just doing work. Nothing he can do against those bleeds. Those bleeds also proc Crucible bleeds. They proc all your other traits that you have. And next up is going to be Reptiles. Getting a Freezing Trap onto procs. Trying to go for damage. Aim shot big opener is going to get double aim shot. Wall coming out for procs right now though. Rapid fire to follow for Reptiles. Getting the Crucible in. Doing that wall though, so that's the worst. At this point, I think you might as well just stand still. Try to get a knockback onto procs. Got one of the knockbacks in. I guess the knockback trap. Prox is still looking very, very healthy against this. Reptiles not looking that good at all, though. The bleeds are melting. Safe to check and get a proc down. Using that acceleration while he's got an aim shot coming out onto procs. Doing quite a bit of damage, though. I think he should have stood still and got more aim shots in there onto procs. Next time he can get a Crucible, double Crucible with scatter shot, he'll get procs health quite down. If he can do it. I think he can. Maybe put up a trap or something. Trying to go for rapid fire, getting hit with a stun. I think Prox has it in the bag. Try to use Crucibles offensively onto Reptiles. Turtle Shelter follow. And this way, Prox can just wait it out. Reptiles, though, while they are in Turtle, they're not playing defensive. Using Crucible offensively on Prox, scatter shot, and maybe get a double tap. Aim shot to follow. No freezing trap. I probably should have used freezing trap. And I think Prox is just going to let the bleeds do the work against Reptiles. Barely has any health. Does get a big old rapid fire, but I think it's going to be it. And down they go. Who is up next? This Pharaoh so far is just melting through people. And a Boomkin is up next. Are you kidding me? I feel bad for Belcher, man. Why does he have to go against a Pharaoh, man? Why does he have to go up against a Pharaoh? At least Prox is giving him an honor duel and everything. I feel like at that point, Belcher should be allowed to get a root onto Prox and get an opener. And Prox needs to sit in for a while the root is up. Cannot break out of that root. Let Belcher have the burst and then Prox can play the game. I think that's only fair, right? Belcher getting opened up by Prox. Full stand-up stun with everything. And as soon as Thorns come out for Belcher, Prox is going to peel back. The bleeds are already there. The bleeds did the work. Belcher can't do anything about it. All he can do is maybe get some dots into Prox and that's it. And some regrowths. That's where Prox can go for a little bit of a big setup. Just get right on top of Belcher. And just continue trucking even more damage in. Yeah, Belcher, I don't know what you can do, man. You need to get himself some kind of a bash and a root onto... Actually, the root doesn't even matter. I don't know what you can do against a Feral. This way, I think you just need to get him out in the open, get a big incarnation going. Bash comes out, incarn to follow. Belcher trying to min-max whatever damage he's got. Trying to get a Soul Wrath in there. Prox going to go and bear for him immediately. Incarn did quite a bit of damage. Prox get himself one Swift Mend to recover for a lot of it. Does also go for a regrowth as well. And renewal. But Belcher is out in the open. He has cooldowns going. Prox just needs to get the bleeds up and running for just a second onto Belcher, and that's it. Bash into Belcher, no trick available. Does bark skin this. Bleeds are getting applied, getting a full set of bleeds, big bite, maybe even double Crucible. And Belcher's still in there. Belcher's still hanging in. No more incarnation. The Thorns are up. Does get a Skull Bash onto Nature Cast by Prox. And maybe he might have enough solo power in order to get a couple Star Surges onto Prox. It looked like he was going for it. But he's going to have to go for regrowths as well. Maybe he doesn't have the mana anymore, actually. Yeah, you might not have the mana anymore. So Prox just letting the bleeds do work. And it's so sad, man. He's a big old boomkin. A big old boomer. Oh, man. Never lucky, dude. Never boomer. Imagine being a boomer. In BFA. That's the only boomers we like, boys. A big old feathery boomer. Yeah, Prox. At this point, he's playing with his food, dude. Yeah, at least just finish him, man. Just finish him. BFA boomer. Big old bite onto Belcher, getting Thorns up and running as a last-ditch effort. Prox peels away immediately. Regrowths are coming out to try to deal with those bleeds while he's got him. I think Belcher, all you could literally do is try to get yourself a setup and get yourself a big old Incarn. If Boomies had bursts outside of Incarn, I think that would be great, but they don't. They really don't. They can't go for a dot play style. They can't really go for like a big burst play style outside of Incarn because all the damage is part of Incarn. Super unlucky. Into a bit of a stun by Prox. Double stun to Belcher. Trinket doesn't trick it out of it. Actually, shortest DR in the world. Worst thumb to follow. I don't know if he can come back. Does land a bash into Prox. Wait. That was a pretty good Star Surge. That was doing quite a lot of damage. Belcher popping on Thorns, so Prox cannot get on top of him. Belcher trying to get some dots rolling onto Prox right before he goes behind the pillar. He's actually still in. Wait, could he come back? Could he actually do it? Wait a second. Their health is actually quite close to one another. Dampening at 40%. Is Prox having a hard time with this? Maybe Prox is just waiting for every cooldown available. Does a wall, does a renewal, so he might be fine. Belcher has Bark Skin. Maybe he will have Thorns for later. Prox just looking for a full reset there. Still has dots procking on him though. Belcher, I believe in you, man. I believe in boomers. I believe in boomers, man. Okay. Okay, boomer. Let's open a buy proxy yet again. Procking out Pelcher is one of his trades that won't be there for damage purposes, and that's going to be full bleeds up. Pelcher trying to pop wall, Barskin trying to pop thorns. Let's see how maybe Frenzy Regeneration. Incarn coming out for just a second. Trying to get a couple of juicy star surges in it. Did quite a lot of damage to Prox, but not enough. It's trying to maintain the dots at least. And Prox is back there healing to full. Reuse renewal. Pelcher maybe. He has a renewal coming up very, very soon in 13 seconds. So might stand a chance. Another Star Surge at Prox. He eats it to the face. And if you can get Bark Skin somehow, if you can get Thorns up and running, barely any health left, and down he goes. Yep. Yeah, at that point, Prox is playing with his foot. And oh my god, has to go up against a Shadow Priest now? Dude, this Feral, man. This Feral actually had some hard matchups. He had Apocrypha, he had Decapitator, he had Reptiles. Low Marksman is not that difficult. Yeah, Prox just had himself a perfect setup here, dude. Not even funny. And he got a new mage that never got to play. Yo, keep this in your group. Keep this in your group. Letting a stun opener onto Prox does get all the dots up and running. 50% dampening though, so healing is going to be very minor for both of these. So wall out for Prox, won't have any heals for a bit. Mind Control trying to come out for La, did get himself a bit of a greater fade. Fear onto Prox, he doesn't have a trinket for it, but the fear did not last long at all. Second wall up and running for Prox right now. La trying to go for that Siphon. The Siphon is going to be able to do some damage, but until he lands that Moonfire on it, could have just lined aside Siphon. It does not hit you through the wall. Although I feel like it should. I feel like it should, just to be a good cooldown, because you can put it behind a wall and hit people. Maybe a bad idea, maybe a good idea. Going to be a stun by Prox onto La with that maim, and that's going to be dispersed for La for just a second. That's all he's got going on. That's his one big defensive. Barely any healing for it, though. And Prox is trying to wait him out as best as possible to try to get away from the guy. Shadow Man's coming out for La immediately. And all Prox can do is just let the bleeds do work. Does he actually have any bleeds on La? The shield is just doing the lowest amount of healing. Prox almost has to trick it back up. Has renewal in case things ever go bad. While available in about a minute. Trying to get the bleeds up and running onto La to do enough damage. Trying to see if he maybe can get a Skull Bash onto a heal. Maybe here could be a Skull Bash. Siphon does come out into a fear to follow, killing the Siphon immediately, trying to get as much damage into La. Mind Control trying to come out, does land the Mind Control, but La has all the bleeds on him. Is that going to be enough though? Does at least get Prox away, and that's going to be Crucible. Yep, nothing you can do about it. That was just a stomp. That was just not even fair. Literally not even fair, dude. Esprit's so fun in BGs. Oh yeah, it is. Maybe next expansion, Shadow Priest can be a little bit stronger for duels. Because they'll have, you know what they'll have? They'll have Flash of Light back. So they can cast shadow spells, get interrupted, Flash of Light. Or if they cast in Flash of Light, Feral interrupts them, you can go do damage. So you'll have at least a couple different spells you can use. Because Shadow Man is a cool spell. I think they should keep Shadow Man for disc space maybe. But Flash of Light, dude, at least having multiple skulls to cast is quite nice. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think they should definitely keep Shadow Mend for Shadow Priest, but give back Flash Heal for... Yeah, or maybe they'll go... Because I kind of like having Disc Priests have, like, you know, dipping into Shadow, dipping into Holy. But I guess all specs are going to do that now. Yeah, either way. Alright, let's get another group up and running, boys. Prox, I have no idea, but you made that duel literally 15 minutes. I have no idea how you were able to do that, but you did. You did it. Alright, let's get Rowan and let's get a Night Raven in here. Rowan and Night Raven. What's up, Moo? How you doing, man? Y'all got a new team, Snoopy? Being that? Alright, let me add you, my dude. Let me add you right after this game. Remind me, Snoopy. Fudge, you got 3 exams which I was there. Yo, what's up, Bodie? How you doing, man? Hope you're having a good one. Freaking Shadow Priest, dude. I wish they were really, really good. Maybe next patch. Maybe next expansion. What region? EU. EU, boys. Fridays are for EU. Saturday are for the boys on the NA. I'm on the geared. You're a feral. You're a feral. That's like That's like being a tank, like a literal like war tank with like wheels and a cannon, and being like, I'm not made from America. It's like, who cares? You're still a fucking tank. You can still shoot a massive fucking, right? Yeah, you'll fight. You're a massive power cannon. You're okay. You're fine. You're okay. Alrighty. Or like me, like I'm a tank, but I don't got new treads. Switch. It's like, who cares? You can still shoot. We got ourselves a Azure shift on Team Blue with Hamburger playing that boomy Loopy Hunt going for the more Beastmaster. I think nice coming back as a Frost DK with TM. So let's play him. I think Assassination Rogue. We just went to another dimension just now, looking for B mechs with Canny, Big mechs with Canny, with Carry, with Fortin, and Zakati going up first. Actually, it's Unholy versus whom? Versus TM Silithus, it looks like. Is he still playing that sub rogue? Is he Assassination now? Is Shadow stepping past Zakati? I don't know if he had dots rolling. That's going to be sub rogue though. Stun onto him as he's surrounded by the full army of the dead, dude. He's surrounded by Lich King's army, having to go for advantage because Zakati has such a strong open on him. And actually getting right back next to Zakati with that abomination still rolling. TM Silithus is still staying in there, trying to max the damage. But he does die to the dots and the pet damage. Unlucky, man. Scotty does end up taking him out. I like this vigor, dude. I like the fact that he was like, yo, I know I just had a lot of CDs on me, but I can still manage it. I can still do the damage. Is that a Azure shift next? I guess now it is. He never got a restall though. That's super lucky for Zakati. Twice, I think a rogue never got a re-stealth on him. I think they were all trying to go for an honor duel, but next to him just starting stealth. Necrotic stacking up on Azure. He's going to go for big damage onto Zakati, though. Is that going to be full Vendetta? I think he's actually holding back the Vendetta for now. I'm not seeing the Vendetta animation. Azure Shift does get himself evasion rolling as Zakati just chain of icing him down. Does use the pet stun too. And as soon as he sees that transfusion, as soon as he sees that safety trinket absorb coming out, Zakati isn't going to be able to get those death strikes in. Garrote to follow by Azure. Stun onto Zakati. Trinkets out of it. Could be perfect time for Vendetta for Azure Shift to just get in there. Does get a prefent rolling for Zakati's damage. This is where Necrotics might start stacking up. Zakati is still super behind on health. Might have to go for a death pack here. Has Lichborn if things he needs to. It looks like Azure Shift is going to be able to get away. Is Zakati going to go for cooldowns here? Is going to drop an abomination on one side. Azure Shift has nowhere to go. He has to fight that thing, or he has to get on top of Zakati. He got the chain of ice rolling. Shot of step, getting the shot. Lichborn coming out, getting a stun to Azure. He doesn't have a trick, and this is where the army of the dead surrounds him. That's a rogue 2.0 situation right now. And Zakati goes for a transfusion to fall and get those death strikes while the pets are doing all the work. Azure Shift even getting some necrotic stacks in there. Looks like down he goes. AMS available for Zakati. He hit Loopy Hunt, but he didn't know that was going to be next. It looks like it is. I don't know if he's just picking him out of nowhere, but that's going to be a stun. Loopy Hound goes, what is that Azerite Essence? Is that the crit one? Really? Loopy, what is that? Is that Unbound Force? Who uses that? Freezing Trap out of Zakati. But he's doing just fine. Has a pet in the back 2 minutes in. And it's already only 3 people left on Team Blue. Zakati chain using it over and over until Loopy Hunt does land a stun on the guy. I'm having trouble switching to people, dude. Because somebody left on Team Blue and now I'm having to relearn what the keybinds were for each person. Dire Basilisk popping in for Loopy. Might have to go for Turtle Shell here. And Zakati is still in a bad spot. Using Transfusion to heal off of the pet. Kiting away from the Dire Basilisk. Maybe looking to grip in Loopy as soon as he gets a chance. His pet actually eating one of the freezing traps. And Loopy barely has any health right now. And down he goes. Zakati taking him out back to back to back. And Hamburger is up next as a Boomer. The Boomer of BFA. Big ol' Boomy. I like the Boomkin form though. It doesn't look as good. I like to say Boomer when you have Boomy form, but without it, it's kind of weird. Just so much as Zakati, but Hamburger getting grip right back into the clutches of the undead Death Knight with his undead abomination and the other pets. Hamburger just trying to weasel his way out of here. Does land a root on him as he gets far away, and that stun doesn't keep him away for too long. That's so good for Hamburger right now. He has to get himself a little bit extra resources to get some damage on Zakati. Zakati does not have AMS. He does have Lichborn. Thorns are up and running. Zakati doesn't have AMS for those. So he actually might be able to burn himself down through this. Hamburger is still looking really bad. Those necrotics are doing quite a lot of healing absorbed. Those pets are doing quite a lot of damage. Trying to stay in bear form to get frenzied regen, and quite a lot of health comes back. Get himself to a nice comfortable 50% though. Grip by Zakati as he's relentless against the Death Knight. Against the Boomkin, I mean. And Hamburger even forced to use Crucible as a self-heal too. That is so unfortunate. Still has a little bit of necrotic. Doesn't have any health at all though. Doesn't have renewal. Wish he had one though. Barkskin up and running. Has to use it early. Does have disarm, which is Zakati if things go bad. But I think things couldn't get any worse from here for Hamburger. Does get himself a little bit of frenzied regen. Lots of healing right now. Lots of health coming back with a War Stomp. I think it's exactly what he's waiting for is that frenzied regen. I think frenzied regen and renewal all in the same row might be good for him. But he does get to bail out of that. He needs to use that mobility while he's got it to at least get away from people. So maybe mobility might be better. Hamburger is still very much on the defensive. Trying to sit and bear from why he can go for big damage. Zakati has every cooldown available, every defensive up and running. And Hamburger is going to go for a trinket. AMS available for Zakati very, very early. So Hamburger has thorns for it. Is going to get a disarm with Zakati immediately. Doesn't have a trinket for that disarm. And Hamburger got a couple of those star surges in it to try to equalize the health for both of them. The Army of the Dead dropping in for Zakati with a massive apocalypse. Dropping in himself some big death strikes through transfusion. Hamburger still on the back foot from the day he entered this arena, the day he started fighting. Zakati death back coming in for Zakati, but him and the Army of the Dead gets rooted. Hamburger having to go for a barkskin and regrowth, trying to get past those necrotics, but no! And down he goes. Those necrotics were way too strong. And Nyx, I think, he's actually letting Zakati have an honor duel. I like how Zakati never let anybody have an honor duel, but then again, Zakati was fighting even at low health. Zakati was fighting everybody at low health. As soon as he's done with one guy, you're next, trying to min-max and go through as many people. And now he's given the opportunity to get himself a full reset versus Nyxeros. Now this is going to actually kind of a hard fight for him, because Nyx is playing that Frost DK, and with the dampening not even being low, Frost Death Knight definitely has more survivability than a Blood DK, or I mean than a Holy DK. Honestly, Zakati, with how tanky he has been, he might as well be a Blood DK. AMS coming out for Nyx a little bit early as he's dealing with the Abomination and all the magic damage coming out for Zakati, staying on him. Zakati won't be able to slow Nyx down. Both of them have the same speed. And Nyx, if anything, can get the grips in, can stay on the guy. But he's taking quite a lot of damage from all those speds. This is where Transfusion might need to come out. Does have a lot of resources coming out for him. Stun comes in. He grips in Zakati back to him. Needs to get Chain of Whites rolling. And Zakati is going to bail out of it for a second. Getting his own Transfusion rolling. Death Strike for Death Strike. And Nyx is looking quite healthy right now. Looking quite healthy, but so does Zakati. And that's going to be, well, it looks like a mallet getting thrown out by Nyx. Actually, the suppressive Zakati's healing. He doesn't have necrotic strikes of his own, but that mallet has done so much work. Zakati is struggling to get those death strikes in there. Nyx is also fairly low in health, but that's going to be safe to trick forced by Zakati. Nyx is safe to trick could be forced, but he's going to go for a death back right now, trying to probably go super hyper offensive. Let him get a full chunk of health and just go in and try to do as much damage as possible. Got himself Mimosas Winter rolling. That's exactly what he's going to go for. Man, might be able to get himself an AMS rolling. Maybe necrotics will fall off. He can get himself a couple death strikes. Chicken coming out for Zakati. This is where Nyx can go for a bunch of death strikes back to back, even off of the pet. He's trying to catch up to Zakati ASAP. Zakati's super low in health. Needs to get himself a death strike as well. It could be anyone's game between those two death knights. And as Zakati does go down, his spree got ended. Nyx just got himself a setup onto Zakati. The Frost DK. Oh, come on, Fortune. You couldn't let him get an honor duel. I swear. He could have let him get an honor duel just now. Zakati went for a big ol' 4-0, probably the fastest 4-0. And then I just clapped him out of there, man. But Deathback wasn't CD. Rest in peace, Deathback. So close, though, man. So close. I told you, Frost Death Knight survivability, man. More death strikes. He just went for damage at one point. Zakati had him surrounded by the army. He's like, you know what? I'm just going to death back and get myself some offensives going. And Zakati just should have played defensive from there. If you don't even allow a Frost Death Knight get any of those Remorseless Winter BS up there, dude, you're going to have a bad time. I like that, though. I still think Fortune should have given him an honor duel, man. He should have let him get a full death strikes, and it wasn't even high in dampening, dude. Who see carry today? We already saw him earlier, but hopefully we'll see carry some more. Alright, let's get another one going, boys. What do we got in here? Didn't get to play, and then we have this high dampening. Let me still get... Who is ready? McCloopy. I got bored. Why not? It's such a bad essence, lol. I mean, might as well, yeah. We're ready for this dude. I'm gonna try BM this. Alright, we got Limpan Liam here. Limpan Liam. And Rowan. Wait, does Rowan have a group? We have one new? Okay, we'll get Rowan in here. Nerf Lucio got people up and running, so we'll get either Night Raven or Alex versus Nerf Lucio. I'm gonna try mixing you guys around now, so some of you guys will get to play twice in a row. My 50% deathpack kill was literally 10 seconds off. Feels bad, man. The Frost DK is the best Frost DK I've seen since the start of BFA. Very good duel. Yo, have you seen the NA Frost Death Knights though? Zakati, Chill Pills, Chill Bane. You should watch those guys too. You can't play against them, but you can watch them, man. That was a great duel. That was fun. I like that. Zakati just slapped through a team, man. Those rogues didn't stand a chance. I really like TM going in there. TM Silithus. Or Syphilis? TM Silithus, right? Silithus? Syphilis? TM Sil. Whatever, the sub-rogue. I like the fact that he kept in there. I feel like you should have probably caught a full reset versus Zakati. Maybe he got dotted and he was like, all right, might as well go in. But yeah, PTR duels will be more fun to EO versus the NA. That will be fun, but the problem is, not everybody is opted into PTR. Some people can't even opt into it. It's so difficult. Blizzard used to be like, yo, just go on a website, be like, I want to download PTR, and you download it and you're in. Now you gotta like, sometimes send him a ticket. Sometimes you gotta get invited to PTR. It makes no sense. PTR used to be for everybody, and anybody could access it. But then people would make characters on PTR 120s, because you can, back then in PTR, you could just boost a 120 character. So then Blizzard had a problem when people would play PTR and level characters on PTR, and basically play WoW for free. And they didn't like that, so I guess now it's restricted to like gladiators and raiders and I don't know what. Maybe you gotta like, I don't know. I actually don't know. But I know all the raiders that do mythic testing, all of them have PTR. All the people that do heroics also have PTR. People that do keys refuse to eat his veggies. Alright, for some reason that queue didn't happen, so we're gonna go row in. While someone left 1 sec. Alrighty. I should have not queued you. We can get Limpalium versus Alex then. Panicade, what's up, man? Just Syphilis? I was trying to say the rogue's name. What's his name? TM Slithius. I thought it was Silithus. I thought it was either Silithus, like the zone, or Syphilis. But it's Slithius. Is that like Harry Potter reference? Slytherin? Alrighty. You got Nerf Blue Shade here though. Let's go Alex and Limpan Liam. Let's get those two going. We'll get Nerf Lucio on standby. Rowin is looking for one more. Not Raven got people too. Bench him ready with epic shot. Fuck, I forgot to add you. Snoopy, remind me. Do at me as soon as the next game is over. At me. And remind me, Dal add me. You're allowed to spam, Snoopy. You're allowed to spam. Snoopy's allowed to spam after this game to get my attention, okay? You guys can help him too. Because I fucking forgot it, and I knew I was like, I feel like I'm forgetting something. I feel like I'm being stupid. I feel like I'm about to do something stupid, and I did it. Is that Team Psycho's ult? Dude, I miss Team Psycho. Oh, we need an enhancement, boys, in here. Switch. We got ourselves D Moors on Team Blue with your right-hand boy, Christia, Morgar, and Ziz. How's it going, Ziz? Hope you're having a good one. We got ourselves Team Red with Apocrypha, with Decapitator, La, Pelter, and Reptiles. You guys have the same team on your team the whole time? You guys can switch out one person, right? Get somebody new. Get all these dudes that want to join in. But hopefully La and hopefully Pelter get a little bit of a different matchup. There's no Feral on the other team, so maybe it'll be closer matchup. But Christia is going to be up first as a Retribution Paladin. La, not even letting him, barely letting the guy mount up, hitting him with a stun off the bat, getting a Mind Blast in there too, and that's going to be great to fade. Did he dodge any of the important spells? Hodge? Execution Suns maybe? That's going to be a Hodge right now for La. Check us out of it as Christia has himself Shield of Vengeance, but that's Siphon. It's got a quite value damage in there. Blood of the enemy for Christia, getting a big bike to hit La right now. That's quite a lot of damage. Shield of Vengeance, oh my god! That Shield of Vengeance popped! Woo! Oh my god, La! That's so unlucky, and Apocrypha. Apocrypha is up next, and Christian's trying to get some cheeky damage right after. Oh my god, that was just Paladin. Scumlord, Blood of the Enemy damage, dude. Not even funny. Where's Athman when you need him? Stun to Christian, trinkets out of it as Apocrypha is getting the pets up and running. That's going to be double the Mages of the Dead. So Christian's taking quite a lot of damage. Might want to go for line of sight. He's just getting pelted by those pets. Bubble coming out early. Has to go for flashlights. So for Griffith, this is huge. But Griffith did use IBF. He did use IBF, so he actually might be paying for it later. Christia, I think, might have just used execute sentence onto Krifa. But Chain of Ice is slowing him down. No hand of freedom to stop it. Does land a flash of light or two. Next time he gets himself a full setup with wings, that's going to be a perfect opportunity for him. But necrotics are starting to stack up by Krifa, though, little by little. He better have an answer for it. He's been running from Krifa the whole time, but he can't barely outrun him. Does get a short slow onto Krifa for a second, but his health is still not looking good at all, though. That bubble did not allow him to get the most amount of rehealing. Hodge to Krifa. Christia, is he going to go for a full reheal? Try to get a couple of flash of lights. Upper Krifa could have a chance here. Christia has a shield of vengeance if he needs to. Is he even going to be able to use it? He did get interrupted on Holy Cast. And more necrotics would put him over the edge. Bob coming out for Christia. Krifa, I can actually do, oh, blood of the enemy coming out. Not blood of the enemy, blood of friendship coming out in order to take away the heal. But the necrotics actually fall off. Christia gets himself a huge heal. Does also use the Warlock Hellstone too, getting huge damage with the blood of the enemy while Paladin Wings are up and running. Krifa better have an answer for it. Looking for that death pack any moment. He gets super low. Use the death pack a little bit early. Trying to finish off Christia. Why he's got it. Hodge to Krifa. He does chicken out of it. That's going to be Underworld Chicken Proc, and Christia not looking that healthy. It looks like the Army of the Dead is going to stop him. The bite does run into Krifa, but he's doing just fine. Lived it through. And next up is going to be Ziz getting a couple of scorches onto Krifa while he's low. Couple of 100% crit scorches while he's got a Krifa. Does get the pedal empowered and ready to go. Add Ziz. I almost want to call him Chris or Kiss. Like the band. That's going to be safety trick and stolen. Yoinked by Ziz. Krifa does have transfusion rolling. Is he going to be able to get transfusion? No, he gets rooted and does get a grip. One death strike onto Ziz, but that's going to be Malik to follow. A couple pyroblast right after. Oh, that cannot feel good. That can't feel good. Are you going to die? Oh no, the mastery for mage. Oh wait, what? Fireblast does get the AMS rolling. Ziz just to wait out this AMS just a little longer. Trying to get a Scorch, not getting interrupted on it. Upper Krifa trying to go for a death strike. Scorch again. That's going to be the end for the Pyroblast at the end. Ziz took down a Krifa. Just utilizing the Scorch's back-to-back stun onto Ziz right now. As Decapitator's up next. Double stun and Ziz is safety trick and proc right now. Trying to get a polymorph. Not going to happen as Decapitator does go for early AMS. Ziz can't even spell steal any of his spells, and this might just have to wall this here or ice block it as the Army of the Dead does join in. So Decapitator had a really good opener there just now. But this though, this is still a bad place to be in. Trying to land a polymorph for Decapitator, does land it. Repoly in case he goes for a trinket, does get interrupted on the fire. Another repolymorph, not gonna happen actually. Oh, landing the polymorph is the last ditch effort. And Durachan boy is up next, trying to see if he can avenge his mage friend, his mage brethren. He does have Bloodthirst, and he does have an honor talent that lets him clear any slows every time he can Bloodthirst. So Chain of Ice is not going to work for Decapitator. Unless he can get away from Durachan. Durachan needs to hit the pet if he can't hit Decapitator. Does use commanding shot a little bit early. Trinkets out of that stun. And Decapitator actually just line aside Durachan, so he's not able to get hit by the pets. That's actually a lot of damage lost right now. Decapitator not looking healthy at all. Durachan boy is getting a nice big healthy charge in there with a Bloodthirst. Maybe he can get another Bloodthirst, be it full health. He is going to get a full health right now. Decapitator doesn't have anything left. Should have been more proactive with those slows as early as possible. But nothing you can do against a Fury Warrior like that. And it's not like he used too many cooldowns against the mage either. It's just the warriors, man. They're tough. And next is going to be Reptiles. He's still playing that Marksman? I think he might be. No, he's playing that Beast Mastery. Realize Marksman Dream is not going to work out here. Getting the big old dire basses. And George and Boy going to bail out. Now it's going to be Reptiles using Disengage offensively just to get on top of him. The Raptor is going to be on one side. He's trying to see if he can kite the warrior back towards the dire basses. And he is able to do so. No stun available. George is just trying to get away from him. That's still going to peek out. Is going to start hitting the pet. Should be hitting the pet as often as possible in order to gain whatever health he can. For Reptiles, he just got to get himself a little bit of a setup stun. Next stun is going to be Anti-Duratan Boy. Maybe won't even need to do the stun. Those skill commands are doing quite a lot of work while Duratan Boy is low on health. Needs to get himself a charge heal. Short stun onto Reptiles, though. Doesn't have a charge to follow. That's going to be disarm onto Reptiles. Duratan is super low, and a Crucible to the face does take him out. 5 minutes in. And Mordgar is up next. Freezing Trap comes in as his shadow steps to either the pet or Reptiles. I think it was the pet. If he can keep the rogue out in the open, no! I would have thrown down a flare on the guy. Does find him again. That's going to be crows to follow. Mordgar is out in the open. That's gonna be a Shadow Step, the one he had. That's gonna be slowed down, dude. Playing Sombra Assassination Rogue, that is the worst, man. You got one Shadow Step. All he can do right now is Smoke Bomb, double Crucible on himself to get some sort of a heal going. Needs to catch up to a Reptiles. Does get a Shadow Step rolling. Breathing Trap Rise. He has a Mark for Death. Trinkets out of it. No, he's playing Sub actually, so he has more mobility. Can he go for big damage with Reptiles right now? Maybe Cheap Shot to follow. Stunned by the pet. No Trinket available. And Reptiles looking to get a little bit of rage. Does he have another Shadow Step ready? Shane coming out right now. Does have himself Shadow Blades rolling and everything. Blind onto the pet. That's going to be Crucible hitting Morgar. Cannot dodge that one though. Warlock Hellstone to follow. Can the shot onto Reptiles? Does he have enough? Crucible comes out. But that's going to be Turtle Shell. Does force out the safety trinket. So Morgar is going to peel away. I was pretty sure this man was playing Assassination. I don't know. Otherwise he was playing Sub. Oh, what? That's a cool pose. Look at that backstab, dude. His leg goes out. Is Reptiles gonna go full reset? Are you gonna go camo? No way. Freezing Trap on top of yourself or something, yeah? Oh, what? No camo. What? Morgar getting a cheap shot. Reptiles, I don't know what he was trying to do. I guess he got maybe a little bit bored. Maybe he was typing to somebody. But Morgar does end up taking him out. And Pelcher, the Boomkin, is the last man standing versus Team Blue that still has Demors. And Morgar in there. Sub-Rogue versus a Boomkin. I feel like this is actually not a bad matchup for a Boomy. Morgar only has burst during certain phases. Pelcher has Bark Skin on a minute cooldown. So it actually might be pretty good for him. Does land a cheap shot onto Pelcher. Not going to go for big damage yet, though. Has a Mark for Death. Pelcher does pop out a Bear form, and that's going to be quite a lot of damage on a Morgar, though. But that is his cooldown. Skin the shot onto Pelcher. And he might have more here. Thorns are up, and he's actually going to bail away from Pelcher for a second. Pelcher getting a couple of Star Surges back to back. Shadow Step onto the Boomy right before he goes behind the pillar. I guess maybe he was trying to wait out or maybe juke out Pelcher. That's going to be Warlock Hellstone and a Concoction. Now he's going to bail. Now he's going to chill. Let's try to get himself a regrowth or two. 8 minutes in, boys. 20% dampening. Does Morgar still have dots on him? I think as long as Pelcher can keep dots rolling, he'll be good. Maybe a Barskin or a Pelcher here. That's going to be cheap shot. Couple of Viscerates maybe. No, not going for cheap shots. Oh, he is going for cheap shots. Weird is Trinket for Pelcher though. Oh yeah, and huge Star Surge to Morgar. I was pretty sure he had the blind ready. He is the blind on the pit. I'm pretty sure he would have had it for Pelcher. Pelcher kind of surprised me with that burst too. That was a big Star Surge at the end. Honestly. Although one thing I'll tell to Pelcher, he triggered a second cheap shot. That was like 2 seconds duration. I don't think he would have died in those 2 seconds. So that actually might be bad for him when versing Demors, playing Destruction Warlock. Maybe Pelcher will have a chance. But Demors is playing the Interrupt pet, so it's going to make it even more annoying for Pelcher. Is Resident Boomer. Resident Boomer playing the Boomer form. We'll see if the Destro Warlock can beat a Boomer, or if a Boomer can even stand toe-to-toe with a Destro Warlock. Demors opening up with a Crucible and a Conflag to fall. Pelcher can at least power shift those. And if you can just maintain the damage on the pet, getting interrupted on Nature Spell, so actually Pelcher could go out there and do some damage to Demors right after. He can root him into a Solar Flare, or not Solar Flare, but a Solar Beam, and actually get quite a lot of damage, and Demors won't have an answer for it unless he can reflect that root at the beginning. I don't know if Pelcher's running it. He is running Bash, so I don't think he's running Entangle and Roots, or the talent for Entangle and Roots, where you can root a bunch of people. So we'll see how well it goes for him. 9 minutes in, 9:50 minutes, 10 minutes almost. And so far, neither of them have made a move. Maybe eventually. Maybe one day. I think Demors has just been trying to run up to Pelcher this whole time. Trying to catch up. But neither of them are really going down. I think Pelcher, if anything, takes a little bit more damage than Demors. That pet is doing quite a number. That pet is actually doing quite okay damage. Pelcher just needs to make sure to keep like a rejuve on himself or something. The pet does get to eat the rejuve from time to time. But I still think it's worth. It's not that much mana. Demors getting right into Pelcher, hitting him with a horror effect right after. Missing that Infernal actually. And that's going to be Infernal down for Demors. Unless it's a random summon Infernal. Which it could be. That's going to be another interrupt onto Pelcher. Casbolt trying to come out. I think that's a real Infernal. That thing is sticking around for a while. It's doing quite a load of damage. Demors got himself even Dark Pact roll. Not Dark Pact. Dark Soul Instability. So Pelcher just needs to AFK. This is actually just going to have... I think he's forced to just play line of sight game. He has to play the pillar game. Then Infernal is doing quite a number. That's going to be resummon for a fresh Fell Hunter for Demors. Might be able to interrupt Pelcher when he needs to heal the most. But so far, that's all he could really do. Pelcher, I don't know if he can come back. Dampening is not super high, so you could get yourself a little bit of healing. Is getting dots on the pad. Is getting a couple damage rolling. Just getting himself resources. Demor's even peeling the pad back just so he can mount up and catch up to Pelcher. Hit him with a flag. Horror effect to follow. He's actually out of Boomy from Trinkets out of the horror. And still hugging the pillar. Regrowth to follow. Demor's does not have any cooldowns anymore. But he's still super scary. At least Pelcher is treating him like super scary. Getting 1-star surge in there. Power shifting out of that come flag immediately. And that's going to be one of his traits proccing. He was maybe hoping to get some dots onto Demor's. Let the trade do damage from afar. Shadow Fury to follow. Interrupting him with a silence. Into a bash. He's still in a silence even after he comes out. Trinkets into a silence. Still back to back. Second Shotty Blast trying to come out. Does get an interrupt on him. Demore stops his cast for just a second. Soul Wrath coming out. For Pelcher getting hit with a stun. Casbolt to follow. Is actually going to do quite a number of damage. Saying Casbolt trying to come out, and Pelcher is not going to go for heals right now. He's actually going to go for instant cast. Demore's not looking at health anymore. No wall available. Does he have Reflect Up? Safety Chicken coming out right now. Warstomp coming in. Still gets the Casbolt in there. Pelcher trying to bail out of there for a second. Horror Effect puts himself out in the open. Maybe another Immolate come flag could do this. Does Pelcher have himself Solar Beam available again? Maybe he might be able to go into Bear Form and get himself a little bit of a heal. Does he have anything at all? Regrowth trying to come out. Does get interrupted by the pet. I think he might be in for it, dude. If he can somehow live long enough and get a Regrowth right now. Swiftman comes in clutch, barely maintaining his own health. Regrowth to follow right after. Demor's is still hot on his trail. Could be maybe getting the Infernal back up and running. The pet to interrupt is actually dead after all this time. Demor's not even resummoning one. Actually does go to resummon one. Pelcher is going to get himself those much needed regrowths and even maybe reposition. Demor's might just have to pick up the eyes right now. Is he going to just go in the open? Yep. He's actually going to go for Mage Food. Oh, Pelcher. He's actually going to try to go stop it. He doesn't have a lot of health, but at least he has enough health to Demor's. He could max range him too. Look at the dot damage. Demor's can't even hit him from that far. Boomies have a little bit longer range on abilities than Demor's does. So you could just run around Moonfire the guy. Maybe Star Surge him from a distance. I don't know if that's a good strat, but maybe? 13 minutes and 50% dampening. Pelcher does not want to go down to this Warlock. At this point, he's committed. He wants to end him any way possible. He wants to win it however he can. If anything, he wants to just win on his terms. And Demor's is getting a lot of that demonic armor. Demon armor heals. Oh, the Absorb is coming back. And I think Pelcher keeps using Flap in order to try to make it look like he's casting a spell at the pet. Maybe try to see if he can juke out a kick. But both of them are getting their health back little by little. Demor's again, Mage Food. He's actually able to go down and eat food. Oh, that's perfect for him. Forcing Pelcher out in the open. Maybe he can hit him with a Horror Effect. One Crucible is all it takes to do just a bit of damage to Pelcher. Procs through is one of his traits. Also, the pet can also proc Crucible too. Passive, the Crucible passive that can come out. Interrupt into Pelcher. He's trying to heal. Using Crucible defensively just to get himself a little bit of healing. Needs to go for regrowths. And Demor's pulling the pet back so he doesn't take too much damage back there. Pelcher might be waiting for a big all-in. Bark Skin, Renewal, everything he's got. Disarm to Demor's. Not a lot he can really do with that disarm. But he's might as well throw it out. Maybe Pelcher's looking for that big incarnate to just end it. Demor's is going to have everything too. He's going to have Wall, Infernal, Dark Soul. He's going to have everything. So he might just have to come down to this. Does have food. That's going to be a Horror Effect onto Pelcher. Does drop down the Infernal. And the Infernal missing that stun. Pelcher's actually going to bail away from it. The Pelcher is actually going to not use his CDs. He's actually just going to wait until the Infernal. He wants to go in with Incarn, but he cannot let Demor's have the Infernal damage out. Maybe catch a Re-Stealth? The eyes are going to be right next to him though, so he might be in a worse spot ever. Unless he can sprint across. If he can somehow sprint across to the other side, he might be okay. Demor's picked up the eyes, looking for the Feral, looking for the Boomy. 15 minutes in, dude. He's committed at this point. Big Boomer Okoda. Okay, but what's up, Bath? How you doing, my man? Yeah, this is a Boomer right here, dude. He's got Boomkin form and everything. That's a Boomer. And Demor's, look at him, man. That Demon Armor, I actually allowed him to heal quite a bit because Demon Armor passively regenerates your Absorb. And when you max out your Absorb, it starts healing you at that point. So the longer the game goes on, and he's able to get away from any damage, he might be in a good spot. Wall coming out, double Casbolt coming in for Demor's. They're getting to come flag in between all those onto Pelcher to stop him in his place. He's got a couple bit of damage, and Pelcher did go for a Bardic Skin, Thorns up as well. The Fell Hunter dies, actually. It's actually kept the damage going on to the Fell Hunter. Incarn coming out for Pelcher. This is his opportunity to make a play here. Bash on Demors. The chicken side of it. Lunar Wrath coming out. Does get hit with a trinket out of that Fear. Stun. Then the second Fear. Soul Wrath check come out. Demors trying to go for a shot of Fear. Does he land it? Does not get it. Fear does land onto Pelcher. He's actually landed aside him, though. Pelcher's trying to go for a big old Solar Beam as soon as he tries to get a Chaos Bolt out. That's exactly what he's trying to bait him for. Into this up onto Demors. Not doing a lot. Star Surge is doing quite a bit of number of damage. Fear might be coming out. Chaos Bolt coming out. Pelcher cannot stop this Chaos Bolt right now. Might just have to silence Demors in the last second. That's going to be silence coming in. Does Pelcher have the Star Surge needed? Trying to go for a Superman right there. Demors barely has any health. Pelcher, do you have the one last spell that you need? Who won that one? I think it was Demors. Wait. I think it was Demors. Victory purple. Demors won. Yeah, it was Demors. That's so sad. He gave it his best, dude. Boomkins right now in BFA. Poor boomers. Add Snoopy. Yeah. Let me add him right now. That was a long game, but I was hoping, dude. I was hoping. BFA is just unfair, bro. I think you need to try like different builds. Hamburger had a build where he played like a little bit of Feral. Got some bleeds up and running. Here we go. Let me see. Can I add Snoopy? Do I have a space on my friends list to add Snoopy? I hope I do. Snoopy. Hashtag. I'm not even putting... Wait, is it automatically capitalizes it? It automatically capitalizes it. I don't know if that'll make a difference or not. SNUPY. SNUPY. Hashtag 12134. That's it? Is that it? Is that it? Did he try to add me? Got him. Here we go. Perfect. Got a team. 5 out of 5. Alrighty, let's get Snoopy versus Night Raven. Night Raven and Snoopy. Would have won if it wasn't for Mage Foot, you think so? Maybe. Maybe. Still ready? Oh shit, I should have got Lucio in there. You're right. Was this my bad? Alrighty, I'm a Riku. Maybe I should do Snoopy versus Nerf Lucio. They've been waiting for a while. Yeah, let's do that. Nerf, Lucio, and Snoopy. Here we go. That dude, that's rude down. I'm not in battle tag anymore. See how it is. What do you mean? On EU or NA? Dwarf. How? I need to add you. I'll need to re-add you then. Maybe I was clearing it. I was looking at people who haven't been online in a month or so. If you haven't been online in like a month, Dwarf. That's my bad though, That's my bad. You know I'm really bad with names. But it's still my bad. EU, I need to re-add you then. I did not mean to. I was probably clearing and I was looking for the months. Like how many months somebody wasn't on in a long while. And if somebody wasn't on for like a month. Or actually I think I had it down to like 10 days or something. Trying to clear my friends list. I was not looking. I should be better at that. My bad, dude. Yo, chat, remind me to add Dwarf back. That's a member too, man. Now I feel real bad. I'm a bad streamer, boys. I'm sorry. Twitch. What do we got? We got ourselves a Lawi. Playing that Beastmaster, most likely. We got ourselves Blue Iron. We got ourselves Nick. We got ourselves Olag as that Affliction Warlock. Hopefully have a better time. And Rimuru coming back as an Arms Warrior. Then we got ourselves I Am Very Shy as a Monk. Radlad. Be out of feral form, by the way, please. Sabgod X. Whoa, what's up, Sabgod? We got ourselves Snoopy as well. And Otoku. Yo. That's going to be an opener by Sabgod onto Olag. It was a Garrote. But that's going to be an Affliction Warlock, getting those dots up and running with a Crucible to follow onto Sabgod. And those dots are going to do a bit of damage. That's going to be unstable Affliction right now. Is going to get a Shadow Step interrupt onto Olag, though. Is going to use the Gateway to get the hell out with a Maledict to follow. Is going to be able to increase the duration of his dots with a pet. Darkglare is going to do a little bit of zaps, but it's not going to be the most amount of damage. Sabgod is going to get himself a little bit of a heal. But for Olag, though, that haste and the pet, should have gotten more UAs in there. Sure, definitely got more UAs in there. Sabgod didn't even use Cloak of Shadows for that or anything. It's going to build common points off of the Dark Lair. Might have even killed it, actually. It's going to put up some more dots onto the pet while he's at it. Or like trying to find an angle. That next Shadow Step by the road could be huge. Shadow Step getting a shot. Has himself a brilliant setup. Smoke Bomb to follow. Trying to get some damage going. Is that going to be Vendetta? I don't think it's even Vendetta. Horror Effect coming out to get him running in the other direction. Try to get a Fear off. I don't know if he'll be able to get a kick. Does he? Doesn't get it. Unstable Affliction is going to come out of Sabgod. Has a couple of different dots rolling, but it's getting even more dot damage into Olag. That's going to be a wall with the Cloak of Shadows coming out for Sabgod X. Olag not looking healthy at all. And Sabgod is kind of out of cooldowns. Drain life to follow as it tries to get behind the pillar. And Oleg just to make sure he has all the dots rolling for himself. Crucible coming out as an extra dot. Sabgod just pounding him with poison damage and crucibles from a distance. Shadow Step getting the shot. That's going to be a succubus. He's the shortest in the world. And Oleg does go down. Sabgod taking him out very quickly and efficiently. And next up is going to be Blue Iron playing that Unholy. Hopefully he'll have himself a little bit of a better chance, dude. I like the fact that Oleg even gave Affliction a go, man. I want to see more of those. And it looks like some of those dots are still on Sabgod for a second. So this year is full of people from Outland. What's wrong with that? What's up, Toth? How you doing, man? I disappeared for like a year and didn't get deleted. No step excuses. Ah, dude, that's on an A. That's on an A. I don't add a lot of people on an A to begin with, so I have no reason to delete people. On a U, I add everybody and try to cycle them through. I don't want to make excuses. I want to stop making excuses, dude. I'm full of excuses. I'm done making excuses. I'm just bad at what I do. Kinder shot to follow onto Blue Iron, and Sabgod just got to let the dots roll. Let the Crucible. Double Crucible coming out for Blue Iron right now. I'm actually going to beef up the pet on Sabgod while he's back there as the other pets are getting over there. That's going to be Abomination too. Sabgod going for a re-stealth. Actually, Vanish. Looks like he just got himself a clean re-stealth without a need for Vanish. And Blue Iron had a lot of army, but not a lot that he could use it on. And I guess he can go for a Crucible for a self-heal, but that's about all he's got right now. Very unlucky. And Sap is just going to wait him out. I mean, you could fight this whole... Look, who could fight the gang? Me and the boys. But he's not going to do it. That's going to be dots up and running. I think on one of the pets or Blue Iron, either way. Getting a shot to follow. Does get an IBF rolling. And Sap got quite a big cooldown out of the Death Knight. He's actually just going to run away. Cloak of Shadows is just going to bail out of there. Might even be able to catch a full reset. Blue Iron needs to get the pets over there. But I think the Phantom Knight's got the pets all dotted up. Is he just going to whittle the DK down? He's going to open up, get a Trinket, open up, get an IBF, open up, get something else, and then he's going to go in for the Vendetta after he's done with... After he's out of options? Looks like it was going to be a Magic to Blue Iron. He does get AMS rolling a little bit early. Sabgod letting that kid shot do a little bit of work. Some of that Magic actually still going through. Evasion up for Sabgod, so no Death Strikes coming out. But Blue Iron having to use Crucible for his self-heal. And the Rogue is still sticking on him. That's going to be Underrod Trinket proc for Blue Iron, giving him quite a bit of free healing. Sabgod is still staying on the Death Knight as best as possible. Second Underrod proc right now. It does get Army of the Dead. Sabgod doesn't have a Vanish or Cloak of Shadows or nothing. If he gets hit with a stun, he can maybe do at most a Trinket. Get the shot into Blue Iron. Could Trinket if you want to, but he's actually now got the Rogue surrounded by the full Army of the Dead. He's trying to use Phantom Knights to slow down the pets and generate some comp points, but he has nothing left. Crucible coming out as a self-heal. Moment of desperation. Sabgod is definitely on the back foot right now. Blue Iron trying to see if he maybe can get around him a little bit. Actually, all the pets are down now. He has to wait him out. So Sabgod is actually doing just fine. Crucible or Concoction coming out to follow. Has to deal with Abomination and Blue Iron. Getting a Kidney shot. Trying to force a Trinket out of this Death Knight for sure. And try to see if he can maybe... He's going like to side, making sure the Abomination... Because like the A-Bomb is just going to try moving one side or the other. And wait it out for that Vanish long enough. Go Road Opener onto Blue Iron. Still has Abomination and all the pets beefed up and ready to go. Transfusion coming out. And I think Sabgod might have actually played his hands a little bit too early. Get a shot onto Blue Iron again. Still trying to force the Trinket out of Blue Iron. But it's not going to happen. Needs to go for a Crucible himself. That's going to be Crucible from a far distance. Can Sabgod still come back? He's still... Dude, he's so low on health the whole game. And does catch himself almost a reset. Does catch a restart for a second, but not a clean one. Blind into Blue Iron is going to Trinket out of it. Cloak of Shadows coming out for Sabgod. Going to get a slow on all the pets. Getting a shot into Blue Iron. Is this where he's going to go for big damage? Maybe Vendetta? Nope. Just going to get some dots rolling onto Blue Iron. Get some damage while he had a Kidney shot up on him. That's about all he's got. Next Kidney shot though. I think Blue Iron is out of options. This is where he needs to make a play. He's going to get running at Sabgod. Got himself disadvantaged. Shot himself for Sabgod coming in. Transfusion to follow for Blue Iron. Trying to do what he can. And Sabgod needs to get a Vendetta rolling, but that AMS is going to make it harder. Doesn't have a lot of health left. The Rogue gets a kidney shot. Crucible to follow. Evasion up and running. Maybe a full Vendetta right now going on Blue Iron. Nope, not going to do it. No, now he decides to do it. Now there's a Vendetta. Now he's got a setup, but now he needs to peel away. This was his one opportunity. The longer he waits, maybe he should have opened up with a Vendetta, got everything out of Blue Iron, got one vanish off, and just whittled him down over time. He's still in here, though, somehow. He's still in here. 6 minutes in. He's still doing it, dude. Phantom Knives. Necrotic is starting to stack up. Get a shot into Blue Iron. He does have IBF if he needs to. Underarm trick and do quite a bit of healing. Trying to go for a Crucible heal. Getting thrown a Crucible right back in his face. How's this man still alive? Abomination on one side. No, this has to be it, dude. I don't believe it. This has to be it. This has to be it. There's no way he survives this right now. That Abomination just slapping cheeks, dude. Down he goes. There's no way. There's no way. Oh my god. I'll try it half. Alright, top. Sounds good, my man. I would love to see more Affliction Warlocks. But that's going to be him down for the count. Blue Iron making his way over to the enemy team. And Snoopy is going to be up next. From bleeds to bleeds. But lacking poisons this time. Blue Iron is going to IBF this opener out of Snoopy immediately. AMS, as soon as he sees those thorns up and running, gripping him in, maybe get a stun to follow. Trying to get some necrotic stacked up. Pet is going to go for a charge, but just get a root. Short pet stun to follow right after. Actually has really good control of his pet. With transfusion to follow. Does not have a grip again. But that's quite a bit of damage. Snoopy did have to use one wall for this. And Blue Iron still looking quite healthy. He didn't let the Pharaoh get the biggest bleeds ever. IBF in the opener, not letting him play the game. Snoopy having to play a little bit longer of the play style, longer of an opener. Short stun coming out to Snoopy. He does get a stun onto Blue Iron. Trying to see if he can leap away. Did not have the DK grip for that one though. But Snoopy should still get surrounded by all the pets. And that Crucible should do a lot of work for him. Crucible healing. Get himself a regrowth. Since the Death Knight can't steal or do anything about those heals, only necrotic them. Bash into Blue Iron, no way out of this though, no trinket, no IBF. Snoopy gonna go for a bit of damage, huge bite to follow. Blue Iron is gonna go for transfusion, huge healing off of this AMS to cover for any of the thorns damage, so he's actually quite in a good position to get some recovery health going. And Snoopy now stuck between him and the Abomination, and the pet getting a little beefed up, getting a root right after as he goes for a little bit of a sprint. And all he can really do right now is power shift whenever he can. Just power shift as often as possible. Wraith Walk coming out for Blue Iron. Wraith Walk, that's a talent we don't see a lot. But I guess he decided, hey, I guess all these fellas I might need a lot of mobility, and the Monk. Snoopy tried to maintain his health as best possible. He's playing just like the Rogue, dude. He's just trying to play it to the end. Maybe the bleeds. He needs to get himself a good set of bleeds onto Blue Iron. And maintain those bleeds at all times, but a stun is going to stop him in his tracks, and a transfusion to follow. He got thorns up and running. He could wall if he needs to. Blue Iron does not want to use transfusion on those thorns at all. He'll get quite a bit of healing, but he's not going to get a lot of value out of it. Bash to follow. Snoopy got a little bleeds on Blue Iron. If he could disengage somehow, then he might be able to take him down. AMS up, so won't be able to use Crucible. Oh my goodness. Blue Iron clapping out, putting a cap on Snoopy. Okay, okay. Rad Lad is up next though, from Outland. Hopefully have a better attempt at Blue Iron. No IBF available for this opener. And then he's going to get thorns up and running immediately. Blue Iron has a trinket if needs to. And he's all dotted up full from the get-go right now. And Rad Lad does take him out. Nick is going to be up next though, with a wall coming out for Rad Lad. He's going to, even though taking those bites back to back, dude. Taking some bites back to back, so it's going to be a little bit rough for the guy. Dude. Blue Iron. You know one thing that I noticed the Rad Lad was using just now? He was using a Underrot trinket that puts a huge, not a huge dot, but a pretty big dot on an enemy. It was that purple, like, waterfall animation on Blue Iron. It's an intellect trinket, actually. I don't know if he meant to run it. Maybe he doesn't mean to run it. Maybe like a full dot setup and just bail away. It doesn't do the most amount of damage. It's not the best trinket. I would even say still, the shark trinket might be stronger than that, but I don't know, to each their own. Rad Lad getting a short stun onto Nick, and Nick is having to go for a bit of a heal. 10 minutes in, this fellas are trying to tussle it out. It's a cat fight. Thorns are up for Rad Lad, but doesn't have a lot of health to deal with. And Nick decided, you know what, even with those thorns, I'm going to get a big old chomp out of ya. I'm very shy, or Toku are going to have to be next. It looks like I'm very shy. Maybe he's ready? Maybe he's waiting? It looks like he is going to be next. Alright, don't be shy. Play with friends. Say hello. And Nick is going to have to go get some dots up and running onto I'm very shy and go for the kite strat. But I'm very shy getting a full leg sweep. No trinket available. Could actually one-shot Nick right here if he goes for Whirling Dragon Punch to follow, and he does land it. The feral Nick didn't have enough health at the beginning of the duel. He should have gotten himself more regrowths, but he just didn't have enough. We're not even super high damage, only 38. So you can get quite a value. Rimuru as Arms Warrior is up next. Wants to give this monk a good old honor duel. I don't know how an Arms Warrior can compete against a monk. I feel like you still could, but it's super tough. It's just every time you have Fist of Fury, that's it. You're not doing any damage. So as long as you can get your bleed in there at one point, maybe you can just bleed the monk. Maybe you have to play for Second Wind. I don't know. Is there a way? Because we know he's not running Second Wind because he's in defensive stance. So he's using defense stance. He's playing Crucible. And did you go for a Warbreaker in the opener? That's going to be that Fist of Fury that you can't stop. You're just having to take the damage to the face. Does he run Stormbolt by any chance? Does he run Double Charge? Does he run Pending Victory for a heal? He could be. Trying to get the Mortal Strike in there. That's going to be Disarm. Cannot do anything about it. Does get to Disarm. I'm very shy. But all he needs to Disarm for is a Fist of Fury. And he can just get quite a bit of damage without those fists. Fists coming out. Right as Rimuru has Avatar rolling. Leg sweep. Trinkets out of it immediately. Has the Underrot Trinket. Needs to Zerka's Rage out of that leap. Maybe a charge. Does get to some charges. I'm very shy. But a ring is going to put him in the back. Actually could go for a Blade Storm right here. He could have Blade Stormed it. He doesn't realize he can Blade Storm it. So that's going to put him behind for sure. Next, Fist of Fury. He needs to find a way out of it. He does have himself the War Banner. Not like I'm very shy. Has a stun for quite a while though. That's going to be the honor roll trick and keeping Rimuru alive. Does get a charge. Right as Rimuru wants to bail out. Oh, right as very shy wants to bail out of it. Does get to port regardless out of the way. Rimuru better start healing yourself, man. First aid. Doesn't want to use that Crucible. Wants to give himself an opportunity to use Crucible offensively, but the monk is on his way, man. Does have to use Crucible defensively, but barely has any health. Fist of Fury, and down he goes. Yeah, he was not prepared. Can you disarm a monk while he's Fist of Fury in him? Will disarm get parried? Can disarm get parried? I feel like we should change this so disarm cannot get parried. So if a monk is using that, so warrior at least has a chance against him, right? Alawi is up next. Is he going to be Alawied? An honor duel. He does Alawi him an honor duel, actually. Is he playing Beast Mastery or playing Marksman? That's always a fun one. I feel like Beast Mastery every time. But sometimes people play Marksman. Oh, that's going to be a stun. That's a Beast Master right there. Getting the crows up and running. He needs to make sure he has line of sight of I'm very shy. But the monk is, of course, going to go for line of sight immediately. This is where he's going to reduce the most amount of damage of the hunter. And that touch of death finally comes out. Probably going to get a left sweep late. Turtle Shell immediately for Alawi. Doesn't even want to Alawi. That touch of death to tick. I'm very shy. Popped in wall. Could be a freezing trap out of the hunter. Needs to get some kiting going on to I'm very shy. But he gets rooted. And now a disarm. Can't even get the damage out for the most part. He's got to just suck in place. That's going to be him using that. Oh, survival of the fittest together with a freezing trap. You could have probably used those separately, but he decided to use them together. And that's going to be Dire Basilisk up and running. He got himself aspect of the wild rolling too. If he can keep I'm very shy next to the Basilisk, he might stand a chance. Maledict rolling to I'm very shy. Alawi not looking that healthy though. Safety should get burned through that fast. And a Karma. No turtle available. He actually got nothing and down he goes. And that's going to be everybody on Team Red down for the count. That's 2 for Blue Iron. A lot of you guys left though. Sab God got 1. Very Shy got 3. Whoa, okay. Not bad, not bad. No more puns till your father, Chris children. No more of those dad jokes. Alrighty, boys. Toth, you logging on? Alright, man. Toth, I have you added on Real ID, right? Let me know when you're ready, guy. I got Night Raven to go up against him. We got Toth in? Okay, Night Raven. You guys will get to go next then. 35, 36, 37, 37. Cat's here for Mac. Yo, we're gonna get Mac versus Night Raven. How does that sound, dude? We got Cat Chicken back in. Yo, I miss Cat, dude. He's been working a lot though. Mac, Say, and Night Raven 5. Here we go. What's up, Toka? I'm sorry you didn't get to play, my dude. Try to 5 North shit. Don't worry about it, my man. We'll get you in when you get a group. It's Spore Pods and Urchin. Wow. I took up a Spore Pods for this. Spore Pods and Urchin. That's disgusting. That's disgusting how good those trinkets are. But Blizzard, they're really good for duels, but they're not amazing for arenas, which is why Blizzard hasn't nerfed them. Which I'm okay with. Certain things are straight up busted. Add person? Who, Snoopy? I added Snoopy already. Toth, I already have him added. But he is actually already in someone else's team, so it works out. Alrighty, boys. Saved that one, I think? I'm pretty sure I did. Alrighty. Switch. What do we got? We got ourselves Azure Shiv on Team Blue. We got ourselves Jarokal? I don't know how do I say that A? It's an A with a little... Yeah. We got Kachika back in it, dude. He's ready. He's ready. He looks overworked and ready. We got Mocha here and Nice coming in as a Frost DK versus Team Red with Candy. We got ourselves Carry. We got ourselves Fortune, Tothy, and Zakati. Yo, can you let Tothy go first? He hasn't got to play and he's playing out of Affliction. Yo, would that be cool, boys? Trying to make changes. I don't normally go play the roles, but I wanted Tothy to have a chance. He's playing Affliction. But maybe Nyx and Zakati needs to get a one-on-one, dude. Maybe they do need to get a rematch. Maybe they need to get a reduel. Zakati needs to come back and show everybody how Unholy truly plays. Nyx is going to have to be on his A game. Wait, are they changing? Are they making swaps? Because Tothy hasn't got to play and he's trying to Affliction. So would it be cool? What? Wait, what? Okay, Zakati. Okay, Zakati's going in. Okay, now we're going in. Now we gotta have a loud, damn it. Maybe Tothy's gonna go after Zakati or something. Nyx, getting that AMS up and running a little bit early. This is gonna be his Remorseless Winter already up and running. Zakati popping in Lichborn just to maintain himself a little bit of a defensive AMS to follow against the peak of Nyx's Frost damage. And Nyx has himself full cooldowns available, and Necrotics are starting to stack up on him little by little. Zakati actually did AMS super early, so maybe a Necrotic, like a Maledic, would be huge. Nyx using that Death Pack in order to get himself a little bit extra health, but he's actually having to heal through his own Death Pack, using Mali onto Zakati as he's getting himself those Necrotics to try to take him off, trying to shake it off with Death Strikes, and looks like he was able to fight through it, through and through. Nyx now, it's time for him to get himself a lot more recovery and get himself another Remorseless Winter rolling as the cells dropping low. He got himself even more cooldown. Stunned Zakati. He trinkets out of it. Is Nyx going to have enough Death Strikes here to work for? That's going to be Safety Trinket coming out for Zakati. Does Nyx play a Safety Trinket though? I don't think he does, as Necrotics are starting to hit him. Zakati is starting to pressure. Transfusion coming out. AMS to fall for Nyx. Zakati is trying to bail out of there. Cannot get away though. The Chain of Ice slowing him down. Nyx is still able to keep putting pressure of the Frost Death that Zakati used to get himself. Abomination, the full army of the dead rolling. If he wants to challenge Nyx, trying to stack up Necrotics, gonna be a Lichborn for Nyx, not to be sitting in stuns. Zakati not looking that healthy, has a Death Pack, using it a little bit later. But now he's Necrotic out. He put himself in a bad situation, cannot heal. And Nyx trying to catch up to him. That's going to be a Death Grip. Chain of Ice is still running. Zakati cannot really heal through this. Trying to wait out for those Necrotics. He's going to be able to have to go for Transfusion before those Necrotics of the Death Pact are off. And Nyx is again trying to bail away as soon as Zakati is getting those Death Strikes. It's going to be Frost. The Might of Frost and the Pillar of Frost versus Unholy and all the variety of pets Zakati gets. Getting that Lichborn up and running cannot stop Nyx from healing right now. He doesn't have Necrotics for it. Now maybe he's trying to stack up some. Nyx got himself Remorseless Winter, so that should be some big damage if he can get it all set up. But maybe Nyx is spending too much time hitting Death Strike and not enough time getting Obliterates rolling. So might not be able to get the most value. Does have AMS rolling before the Abomination comes in. But that A-Bomb is going to add extra damage. And that full army of the dead might put Nyx in a bad situation. Actually, don't look at that good. Wait, what? I thought Nyx was losing that. How did Zakati? What? I actually... That Tunnel Vision Nyx's health? I might have. Tothy's up next, playing that Unholy though. Oh, Affliction doesn't have a pet. That's going to be full Maledic on him though. Nyx is going to have to trinket out of the Horror Effect. Trying to see if he can get a kick on Tothy. He does get to interrupt him. Fear to follow. And that's going to be Void Operation for Tothy, as he's going to go for a little bit of that UA stacking. Unstable Afflictions back to back. If you can get a bunch of those dots on a Nyx and just kite him around a little bit, he might be in a good spot. Does get interrupted on Fear yet again, but he's doing just fine. Has plenty of health to work for right now. Fear to follow. Maybe it's going to be a stun or a grip on a Nyx. Those UAs, though, the problem with UAs, they actually break out your Fear, and that's going to be a big old AMS for Nyx while he's got himself a little bit of Remorseless Winter. Interrupt on the Tothy's UA, though. Does he get to use his Gateway yet again? Fear while Wall is up and running. Nyx breaks out of it with his Lichborn. Stun onto Tothy, trinkets out of it. Try to get as many UAs while Wall is up and running. Maybe he might be able to get a full setup of UAs. Maybe he can get himself a full Dark, the pet up and running. Does get to juke out. That kick. For Shadow Fury. Does he get a Horror Effect? I was really hoping for Affliction to do a little bit better, but even Tothy, and he's a god, he can make Affliction work. Dude, Affliction needs some help. Blizzard, can you buff Affliction for next patch for just a little bit? Just a little bit. Oh my god. Nags though, getting hit with an in-cap fortune is not even going to give him a chance. It's going to give him a little bit of a bow with a leg sweep to follow. Does he have Legendborn out of this? Looks like he's going to take the full damage of it. Maybe he can get himself a massive Death Strike in. He needs that Death Strike right now. Death Strike anything? No! Nags the champion goes down to fortune. He had this much health. If you got a Death Strike, because Death Strike does more healing, the more damage it takes. So he took the most in the short time. Death Strike would have gotten full health, basically. Basically full health, if you had the resources. He didn't though. And Jarkal is up next. I didn't have spells out. It's all good, Toth. It's all good, man. Affliction is tough. I think you have to play with a pet for Affliction. You know what I mean? I think you have to. Succubus CC. And make sure you get the dots rolling. Because I don't know what's good for Affliction, honestly. I wish I knew it better. I know that I had a Drain Life build at one point. And that was really good. But then Blizzard nerfed everything. GG Great Duel, not much I can do. His gear's a lot better than mine? Yeah, dude. Yo, Nix, you thinking like gear, really? Really, Zakati, you think Nix has more gear than you? Come on, man. That dude's playing Frost. How many of y'all playing Frost out here? Gotta give him a break. Skull Bash by Jaw onto Fortune. He tricked us out of that ink cap, though. And Fortune has himself to about 50%-ish health, and Karma is available if he ever needs to use a Jarkal, dropping close to 50%, is walling with Thorns up and running. That's where Fortune can go for a full Karma and turn his damage around, actually trying to keep the Feral away as best as possible. Does have all his cooldowns used right now. Wall is up very soon, so might be able to use Wall in order to get himself a lot more healing. Verifies that he's trying to get as many of those as possible. Wall is up, expecting the Feral's opener. It's actually going to trinket that stun really late. I don't know if that's a good idea. Jar will get himself a massive heal with that wall up and running. I think it's a huge Swift man though. And Karma is all that Fortune has left. Next time Jar has a full Thorns, this is where you want to Karma and one-shot him. Get images up and running, everything. It's going to deny the Feral. The opener stun onto Fortune though. Jar's going to get a big old bite. Karma coming out. No Thorns for Jar. This is going to try to see if he can bail out of that. Try to see if maybe he can go for a little bit of a power shifting. And Fortune realizing that Jaw is going to bail out, just granting those Vivifies back to back. That's all he's really got. Jaw, look at your catch a reset. Fortune should have a trinket up. Oh, using the Ring of Peace just to keep the Feral out in the open into Alexu, going for full damage, increasing his health. Touch of Death is going to be huge here, trying to keep Jaw out in the open. That's going to be huge. Touch of Death, are you aware? Oh, and Touch of Death taking him out. One of the things that Fortune likes to do, he runs a trinket to increase his overall health. It's like a battle trinket for PvP. It's more of a defensive trinket, but he uses it when you touch a death enemy. Touch of Death does a percentage of your health, plus whatever damage you do. So Fortune increases how much his health pool is, making Touch of Death by default bigger, and all that damage he funnels into that Touch of Death adds on. So he's able to get a one-shot on Jaw at 40% down. What's up, guy? How you doing, my man? Get a shot coming out onto Fortune. Incap, though, coming in onto Shiv. Did he use a Vendetta? He did not use a Vendetta, but he does cleanse off all the poisons. Azure Shiv is going to have not an easy time against Fortune right now. That's going to be a ring. Doesn't take him out of stealth, though. The ring does not take him out of stealth, which is good. I thought it would. Or maybe he just moved at the last second. Maybe. Sap it to Fortune. Maybe he can go for a big old setup. Fortune has Karma back up. Oh, leg sweep onto Azure before. Did he know that the rogue was there? Did it open up with a Garrote or something? Maybe? Did it auto-attack him by accident? Because if the rogue wasn't there, if the rogue was not there, how would he... That would have been a missed leg sweep and that would have been the game, basically. But Fortune getting to punish the rogue right now. Use Karma very early on. Did have Vendetta on him, though, so that is perfect. Sometimes Vendetta is hard to track, because it doesn't show up on a Azure if he doesn't get fires around him whenever he has Vendetta rolling. But that's going to be quite a big Maledict onto Fortune. Cannot reflect it back to the rogue, but he didn't have to wait. He didn't have to do that. Vivify is coming out. He's going to get interrupted while coming in. As he's dealing with the rogue. Getting a shot to follow. Maybe Fortune can get himself a big old touch of death again. Into a trinket. And Azure gets a blind off that trinket. That's quite big for him. But without a Vendetta, it's going to be quite tough. Is he going to wait and sell the whole time? He might have to wait for a while. Because he won't have that kidney shot for a bit. Also, do you open up with a kidney shot or just open up with a Garrote, get some dots, mark for that kidney later? I think you open up with a Garrote. At least I think he tried to, maybe not Garrote, maybe Rupture. But Fortune is able to get himself Vivifies back-to-back. Does also get to cleanse those poisons right after. Azure Shift does slink away behind the pillar. Fortune doesn't have Karma, doesn't have Wall, does have Dampen Harm, no Trinket for a bit. So he might be in a good situation for Azure Shiv. If he has Vendetta for this, this could be good. But he is going to be proactive, pick up the eye, maybe even look for the rogue. Maybe he has Touch of Death of his own, and Azure Shiv does not have a trinket. Sure as Shiv, he doesn't have a trinket. I'm gonna stop with these jokes. I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna stop. That's gonna be Sapper to Fortune. How did that Dragon Kick not land? Actually, Spinning Cranky does get him out. In capture follow, Touch of Death. That's gonna be huge. Is he gonna pop into the trinket right now? Is he gonna pump his own health a little bit, maybe towards the end? Maybe. Huge damage gonna go on Azure Shiv. Does take him out in a single one shot, dude. He figured out the plan. He's able to execute it perfectly. And Moku is up next as a Fury Warrior. Getting him with the disarm immediately. Fear onto Fortune. He has Karma if he needs to. Crucible. Wait, you can Crucible while Fear is up? That seems a little strong. Can you blind people? Can I blind someone as a rogue and Crucible after? That'd be insane if you could blind someone low and Crucible him. Let the dot do the work. Can you? Or maybe it's just the Fear. It just doesn't break as easily. That's probably it. That's going to be Reflect up for Moku. I don't really know what he can reflect, but that's going to be Karma up and running for Fortune. Moku using that in Rage Regeneration, trying to get as much healing, trying to get away from the Fist of Fury. Not going to happen. The Bloodthirst does get him out of... Oh, doesn't have enough health, though. I was going to say, Bloodthirst does get him at least the slow. He does take him with the slow out of the Fist of Fury, even if he doesn't get to hit Fortune since he gets parried. Just using the ability takes away all slows. And the one man left. The one man that needs to defeat Fortune right now is Catch again. He walked up to carry. Did he want to say hello? Wait, does he want to dual carry? Does he want to dual carry instead? Does he want to leave Fortune last? I think he wants to challenge carry instead. I think he's changing it up. I think he wants to go against carry instead. Just show off who's going to be the rank 1 Fury Warrior in the EU. He's trying to take this guy down. He's like, yo, Fortune. He's trying to impress Fortune. I think he's like, you know what? I don't think Fortune even thinks like he probably thinks he's gonna have the easiest time. But realistically, Kachuk is just trying to play to dampening, to maybe he'll have a chance against Fortune. I'm okay with it. I'm allowing it. I'm allowing it because Carry was in on it. He was okay on it. Kachuk can use it in Rage Regeneration right now against Carry. Carry's still holding on to his defensive while he's got it. And Kachuk can get himself massive amount of healing while Dampen is 41%. Dampen is only going to get worse. And Carry trying to fight through it, trying to fight through the pain without having to use the defensive. He might just have to use it. He is going to be second one using his Stormbolt to follow, though. Does Kachuk have a disarm right after this War Stomp? Not letting Carry get the heals into a fear right after. Actually denying Carry most of that healing, so that was his plan all along. He's trying to see if he can just CC Carry through the Rage Regen. Disarm to Kachuk. Disarm and Carry. He's playing to it. He's letting Carry make the disarm plays, and he does get himself a charge with a Bloodthirst heal. Carry not looking that healthy right now. Needs to get himself as many Bloodthirsts as possible, but his health is super low. The longer the dampening goes up, the less healing he will do. The Underrot trick it does proc, so that's going to probably be his savior right here. But it doesn't proc for him that often. Still sitting close to the execute range. Stormbolt, does he have a trick? And I think Kachuk has it secure with a Blaze Storm, and he takes him out. Cat, who do you want to duel next? Do you want to duel Canny now? I think Candy's like, yo, we're going to save Fortune for last, just to make this duel as close as possible. Oh, maybe? Does he? I think he does. I think he's okay with it. He's walking back and forth. Candy! Taking a picture with Kachuk. Cat, you're famous. Polymer to follow. Candy might just have an easier time with Cat. Greater Power Blast are going to be huge. I don't know if Cat has Reflect. If Cat doesn't have Reflect, this could be bad. Ring of Frost does get out of it early. No interrupt on that Greater Pyro. Meteor's still going to crash next to Cat, but it's not going to do quite a lot. Temporal is up for Canny. It is going to be heavily reduced. Stun right after. Temporal barely looked like it healed. And Canny, the safety trick had already getting procced out. No breath available either right now. Actually, he's in an execute range. Kachuk could actually just stomp right through him. And he's standing next to the guy. He's circling him. This is like a wolf circling prey. Breath comes out. Palmer does the trinket. He does Blaze Storm right after. And that's going to be charged. War Stomp. Canny can't even do anything. Execute comes in off of that. I think it's going to be game. And Kachuk took Canny. And he carried down. Both of them have such a similar name. And now he's ready for Fortune. He's ready for the big bad wolf himself. He's ready. He is ready. Dampening high enough where neither one of these guys should have the most amount of healing. It is going to really come down to cooldowns. Unfortunately. It's going to really come down to cooldowns at this point. Karma for karma. Enrage regen for enrage regen. This is going to be the plays right now. Barely any healing. Fortune definitely is up on defensive. So Karma. He has Wall. He has Dampen Harm. He has Fist of Fury as a utility to parry anything Kachika does. Ring of Peace too. He has Incaps, which won't really do much. Leg Sweep. Touch of Death is going to be up early onto Cat. He doesn't have a trinket for this one. Might have to go for Enrage Regeneration. Is Fortune going to use a trinket to increase his own health? It's hard to tell. Kachika taking a bit of damage. Does have Enrage Regen rolling, but that's going to be disarmed. Does go for a Bloodthirst. Why he's got it? That's going to be his one last opportunity to heal, and he's at half health right now. Fortune bailed out. Has Karma if things ever go bad. That is also a fear out of Kachika, so that's going to be tough. That's going to be Dampen Harm right now. Does Kachika do anything at all? Can he do anything whatsoever? Does get himself a commanding shot, but down he goes. Being pulled behind like that with a touch of death is huge, and Fortune got himself, in the end, Fortune got himself a big old 1v5. In the end, Fortune got a 1v5. Maybe that's what Cat was the one wanted him to do, but he won for everybody to play. I'm okay with that. That was a good duel. That was a good goddamn duel, boys. What time is it? 7:11? We can get one more in. We can get one more in. Affliction, if you want to do something for PvP, you need gear, damage proc, trinkets that go off of damage caused, plus Crucible, Condensed Life Force, and Conflict and Strife on your Heart of Azeroth. As 90% of the time, you will be trained, so you'll need trinkets gear to allow you to dot and get out, but still have the damage done via proc, without relying solely on UAs, unless you can get it off. Affliction is not viable? I don't blame you. I think both of you are right. Kara, Stealth, and Toth, I think both of you are correct in that regard. Oh, let me add Dwarf, by the way. Dwarf, what's your real ID? Dwarf, my man, what's your real ID? I'm waiting. Or you could do Dalaran hashtag 1340 on the EU, and I should be able to see him. Let me clear out some of the guys that I haven't added. Let me just clear them, just so I can add you. Either way. I was like, double TF was going on, but GG's Cat. Yeah, I liked it, dude. Everybody gets to play. I'm okay with it. Aerospell is one type. They are all shadow, yes. The technical are all shadow, but getting a lot of procs, I think that's might be the only chance that Affliction has. Unless you go for the big old all-in train playstyle or something. We make dad jokes all day. Minotaurus Monk will not take his ADHD meds. That sounds great. Dwarf! What is your real ID? Do I need to PM you on Discord? Oh, there you are. Right? That it? That has to be it, right? Is that you, my boy? Confirm. Whisper me something, only that me and you would know. Confirm, my boy. Oh shit, my chick's is streaming too. Might just have to host him right after. He's coming back to the streams. Fuck yeah, dude. Can me and Nikes go 1v1 for the stream? You and Nikes, you want to go 1v1 on the guy? Maybe. Send my guy. Awesome. YouTube, please. You sack of asses. Penguins are good, but ducks, especially in PvP. I agree. I agree. I'm the only guy around here. He is my favorite guy. Having him back is awesome. So who's going next? Are we having 1v1s? Some of you guys actually want to do 1v1s. Like Zakati versus Nikes. Good night, Dalaran. Dalaran. Good night, Dalaran. Yeah, Dwarf. Good evening, my man. Hope you're doing good. Hell yeah. Zakati wants to 1v1 for stream. Wait, we'll have time for that? Maybe. Night Raven got a 5 out of 5. Alex got a 5 out of 5. Limp and Liam got a 5 out of 5. We can do Limp and Liam. Or we can do Alex. Alex versus Limp and Liam. Those guys, we haven't seen Limp and Liam invite spectator match. Alex and Limp and Liam. We haven't had those guys duel one another in a bit. I messed up, didn't I? Cool. One back to Destro is depressing. I think this is depressing. I don't blame you, dude. I don't blame you. I'll see you on Tuesdays and Wednesdays if you stream those days. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Alright, boys. Last 5v5 1v1 of the evening. Let's do the 5v5 1v1. And maybe we'll do some only ones after. I'll see how I'm feeling after that. Alright, about it, boys. I need to save that one too. Here we go, 38. Perfect. I like how the clock is like 41,055 hours, 31 minutes, and 57 seconds, by the way. It bugs out, but it's okay. I'm okay with it bugging out like that. Switch. Who do we have on each team? Looks like Team Red has Chudzy. We also got Demors. We got Durotan Boy coming back as a Maga or Christia. And a Wrecker. We got Frost DK. Wow, okay. We got us Apocrypha. I keep messing up your name. Still playing that Unholy. We got ourselves La, Evan Prox, Pricey. Are you playing? Wait, that's the guy that played the Affliction playstyle as a Destruction. Wait a second. Where's his clip? I need to show you guys this dude. Last time he played Destruction with like Affliction playstyle, he just has a bunch of proc trinkets and stuff. And he's just running around keeping a dot on everybody. Elias is going to be up next versus Wrecker. Does get a silence off the bat. Wrecker landing a bike into La. Barely looks like it's doing damage. And actually, the snowball doesn't bound between him and the Shadow Fiend. I'm surprised it does not. AMS up for Wrecker very early. Breath playstyle. Is that a good idea? You won't be able to use Death Strikes while that's happening. La using that, using himself. Vampiric Embrace while he's got it in order to get a little bit of healing from Wrecker. And that's going to be maybe a Shadow. Maybe a Disperse early. Wrecker tried to get an interrupt onto Lod. Looks like it did get juked out. We gotta go for mind control on the Death Knight. Walk him as far as possible, expecting a death group right after. So that's gonna be a Mind Seer actually. This is playing some Mind Seer build, some Mind Seer one-shot playstyle for La, maybe like a proc Mind Seer playstyle. Could be good. Wrecker trying to get some more damage onto La. That's going to be a bit of a greater fade for La as he got a kick out of Wrecker a little bit early. It's going to be mind control right after. Gonna be very DR'd though. Just have a spin in circles. Probably should keep him away from that Remorseless Winter. That's gonna be Siphon getting eliminated immediately. Wrecker does land a stun to La. It's gonna be a bit of a chance fusion. Getting those dash strikes back to back. Trying to make a play here. And La, does he have anything here left? Does he have any more of a setup? Silence on the Wrecker. That's gonna be Shadow Mens to follow. But does he have anything more? He's able to get some damage to the Wrecker, but Wrecker, being a Death Knight, man, Death Strikes are huge. And La is going down in health little by little. He might have to be a little bit careful here. Might have to disperse this at one point or another. That's going to be Ligeborn for Wrecker. Another massive defensive. Try to see if he can get a juke out, a kick out of Wrecker. And there goes a disperse. Wrecker won't be able to catch up. So La finally gets to disengage for just a second. At least gives himself a little bit of moment of re-heal. At least one Shadowman gets gas. And a Siphon comes out. Does he eliminate that Siphon? He does eliminate it. He gets an auto attack on it. And it looks like La is trying to get some kind of a kick out of Wrecker. He keeps using Shadow Spell, but like for a second. And it stops. Maybe to see if Wrecker has a kick or not. That's going to be another bite going in at La as he gets himself Void Form up and running. Shadow Men's are trying to come out with a silence on Wrecker. He actually can't stop him for the moment. Into a stun to follow. Does have a trigger for it. I don't know if La can finish him off. AMS to follow La. Trying to get a cast off into Wrecker. He just stops in place. What? Is he deceived? I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what's going on. What? He's lagging? I think he's lagging really bad. I think Wrecker's trying to fight through the lag, but he's lagging really bad. But it looks like executes are coming out for La. That's unfortunate. Because I was wondering, like, sometimes he just kind of stops in place for a second, but I was like, is he just trolling or is he just... Yeah. Poor boy. Poor boy. Well, hopefully who's up next is going to have a little bit less of a lag experience. Chudzy, though, a monk having to go up against La. Does land a stun on the Monkus with a mind control to follow, getting interrupted on that. La has Disperse coming back up. No! He gets interrupted on Shadow and then Disperse. Down he goes. And Bryce is up next to the Destro, trying to see if he can get a Fear rolling onto Chudzy. Just to get some cooldowns rolling too as well. Casbolt trying to come out off of that second BCC. Does get to trinket out of it. And that could be a gateway for Price. He does take the gateway immediately. Gonna be a port for Chudzy though. Fear coming out. Finally gets a Fear. That's gonna be Casbolt to follow. Karma for Chudzy immediately. So Price is going to hit a horror effect and try to see if he can kite the guy for a little bit. Does have the succubus to get some slows onto Chudzy, but that's about all he's got. Leg sweep to follow. Price to trick us out of it immediately. Drop it down the Infernal with a Cataclysm right after it. Chudzy going to go behind the pillar. He's just going to go for Revivifies and just chill back there as best as possible. Pricey, if he's still playing the proc-based playstyle of Destruction, he might be able to get quite a bit of damage to Chudzy without even touching him. Chudzy trying to fight through the Infernal, trying to get some kicks. It's going to be Ring right now, trying to land a few around the corner. Maybe one Succubus AC. Nope. Does get himself a bunch of heals though. Vivifies are available. Needs to get an Immolate back up on the Chudzy though. That's going to be Rain of Fire behind. Chudzy's still just melting behind the pillar the whole time. Pricey has been able to melt the guy, trying to get an Immolate. He's trying to get across. Crucible to follow, and Pricey taking him out as he tries to make a bail for it. Didn't even Chaos Bolt the guy while the Infernal was on him. He just died to the procs. And next up is going to be Christia. Yo, Pricey, my man. Is he actually going to show us? Wait, he's lagging too? Am I the one lagging at this point? At that point, I got to ask myself, am I lagging? Am I lagging? Hello? Hello? Is the stream still up and running? My music stopped. Hello? Are we live or no? Are we live? My music stopped. The game, everybody's walking in place for me. But is the chat live? Music is back up. I think it is seen from me. Now, I definitely cannot commentate what just happened. I can definitely not commentate what just happened. That was too fast. But it looks like Price is winning and Christie is losing. That's about all I can tell you. Oh my god, that was weird. That was really weird, but that's going to be a horror effect. Christie had taken quite a bit of prog damage from a distance. And a Crucible to follow right after still has that Immolate rolling. That was a Dragon Ball Z fight, yeah. That was some Dragon Ball Z moment. Maybe I can somehow find a way to slow it down post-production and commentate what the fuck happened. But that's... I might try it. And that's going to be Pricey. Back in, does get himself a little bit of a heal. Needs to get another Immolate onto Christia, but looks like he's dominating this duel. Christia isn't that good. Christia doesn't have Bubble Bop. Not going to help him. Shield of Venus might be able to sustain him for a little bit. Actually choosing to go kill the Succubus. Wow, that's all he's really got going on. I guess it's Affliction. I guess it's what looks like an Affliction Warlock, but it's a Destro Warlock with procs for days. And look at him procking, man. He has little like abilities flying at Christia. A little bit of dots, a little bit of procs. Does get a Crucible or something looking like a Crucible around the corner. Yeah, he's getting those Azerite spikes and the Cataclysm around the corner. That's going to be a dedicated dot onto Christia. So those procs is still going to happen. Christia, I think he's out of options. Am I lagging again? Is this happening again? I think I'm lagging again. Yep, looks like I'm lagging again, boys. Hello? Because the stream is still up and running. Oh, this is gonna look weird. Hey, chat, real quick. Is the stream still up and running? I'm probably DCing from the EU servers. But I'm also thinking it's my internet. I don't know if the next song will play. You lagging again? But the stream is live, right? You guys still see me? Woo, tell them to stop streaming. I know, right? Is that what's going on? Maybe that is what's going on. Okay, we're still good. Is running. Okay. Music still plays, so it's my EU server then. We're still streaming. We're still live. I'm about to tell you we're about to see some Dragon Ball Z shit right here, boys, okay? I'm just gonna stay on Christia. I don't know what happens. Civilian servers are lagging. Maybe they're getting DDoS. And there was a lot of things that happened just now with what looks like Icy or Pricey getting a setup on the Demors, getting interrupted for like a second. It looks like Blizzard servers are lagging at that point. Could be spectator mode. It could be spectator mode. It could be. We're back in this laggy experience, boys. I'm still dancing. As long as I'm dancing, the stream is live, okay? As long as the streamer is dancing, the stream goes on, okay? I'm not even dancing to the song. I'm just doing the finger dance. Eventually it'll catch up. But it looks so cool though, how it happens all at the same time. The fight is going on. Well, I wish I could have commentated this properly, but with the lag, I might be able to go and slow down the footage to tell you guys what looks like happened. Because it happened really quickly. And I might be able to slow it down, just stretch it, so you guys can see exactly what happened. I might be able to commentate a portion of it. Oh, now my music stopped. Stream is still live. Stream is still running. Music stopped, but stream is still running. Still dancing. Still dancing. And it looks like pricey, just whatever build he's got going on. Yeah. So it might be a spectator mode. Is Blizzard servers lagging? EU kick. Chat. How do I... Chat, can we give the chat a good old cleansing? Can we all write Dalgasm and spam it? Mods, don't interrupt it. I want to see the chat spam Dalgasm. Dalgasm, however you might interpret it. DALGAZM. Dance monkey dance. Great. DK. I don't even know. I don't even know either. Can we just get a chat cleanse here, just so we know that we are live? Because my OBS says we're live. My OBS says we're doing good. I don't know if it freezes for you guys at all. I don't know. But something's going on for sure. We can stream somehow though. I have no idea how, but we can somehow stream. No idea how. No idea. Playing on you and doesn't lag, so I don't know. Nobody expects instant chaos bolt moon light speed. Super Saiyan mode intended. Dalgasm prices wrecking them. What's Price's talents? Dude, I wish I knew. No idea what's going on. Me neither. I think it's on my end though. So the game is playing for you guys, but the stream is like freezing for me. Like Price is running in place. And I can still zoom in, I can move around, but I'm trying not to because I don't know if they'll make things worse. It looks like I'm DC'd from Discord as well. Yeah, Discord, I'm DC'd from that as well. I am still streaming. Somehow. My Discord completely stopped. My music, not doing anything. So maybe it's my download that's down, but my upload is still there. Now I'm seeing the chat doing the Dalgam, so it does feel like there's a bit of delay. Or maybe I'm delayed with what I'm seeing in the chat, because now I'm seeing Dalgasm, and it looks beautiful. I appreciate you, boys. I appreciate you. Yeah. Call, ask. I wish. Who the hell's ask? Good old Dalgasm, boys. I appreciate it. We're still live, though. My chat, I think, is super delayed. So you guys are typing stuff, and I'm not seeing it until a little bit later. Because I asked for Dalgasm what felt like 5 minutes ago, and I'm only seeing it now. It's still live. It says my OBS is still working. My Discord stopped working altogether. It's just connecting. My music froze. My OBS says we're good. My OBS is in green. So we are uploading. The stream is uploading. I think the download is just not functioning, which is weird. And hopefully it'll work. Maybe it's because Stam starts streaming, which is my twin. So that means that with this house setup, we can't stream at all at the same time. Maybe. We are going a little bit over the 7-minute mark, so me and him might have to have specific schedules of like who's streaming what. Wait, now my stuff is resetting. One of the things, my Streamlabs, which does all the alerts and subscribers, is resetting. Maybe download is lagging, the upload is okay with stream. Maybe that's what's going on. It'll be fastest 1v5 ever. Might be, dude. I wish I was there to show you guys. Do you see the post now? Now I do. You offline in Discord. Definitely is messing up again. I think so. I'm going to check out Sam's stream. He DC'd. Okay. Relaunch the game. I don't know if that'll help because my Discord is... Oh, wait. There's... Even if I were to slow that clip down, there was no way I'd be able to tell what the fuck is going on. Oh, now we're in the red. Now we're in the red. Oh, now it's doing stuff. Wait, still in the red. Orange, red, orange, red, orange, green. Are we back? Are we coming back a little by little? Now Discord is back. I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea what's going on, but we were able to stream it somehow. So I was able to stream my internet getting knocked offline. The music is back up. That's loud. I have never in my life been able to stream with my internet acting up like that. Normally everything comes down. No upload, no download. But I think the upload stayed, but the download crashed. No idea. That was hilarious. I actually want to look through the footage, see what that looked like. If I can even slow it down at all. I'm sorry. That was a fun game, and I really wanted to watch it. I think I still have a game with that Warlock somewhere in my files, and I still want to make a video of him playing that. Is that an Affliction Warlock? Not really. I still want to make a video of that. And I have some older footage, but I wish I had the footage for this one. But I think we're going to have to call it here, boys. Can you dance again? Yep. We're still here. I appreciate you boys for hanging out here. This has never happened to me before. This shit has never happened to me before. Restart the game dial, it might help. It happened to me before. That's normally what I would do, but I was afraid my internet would crash when I did this. Please dance every stream. Okay, I will. You know why I'm dancing? It reminded me of like those TikToks where people would get like a phone call from like their, or like it'll be some. It's like the Grand Pacer test. You know how the Grand Pacer test is an aerobic test that lasts for 35 minutes, and the people are dancing to that shit. So it's like, wow, my stream is crashing, but I better be dancing. I'm in a clown world kind of deal. I think I didn't watch Joker. I think that's what it means. Super Saiyan to the point arena was done. Yeah, it finished quick. Who won? Can someone tell me who won? Did that Warlock fuck shit up or no? I think I was surprised he beat everybody. Pricey is so good. Yo boys, look up Pricey. Afraid by framed it. Yo, I wish I had a recording of that, dude. I wish I had the recording of that. I wanted to see Pricey go well. I wish. WTF, Baron, Mechagon, Junkyard, yeah. But yeah, gear like Pricey and Royal Affliction, see it works. I do want to see that though. Pricey wrecked all of them. I don't want to see him. I want to see what he's running. Actually, can we look him up right now? It's just Pricey, like with no extra characters, right? Just straight up Pricey. Did he even record? It might have been recorded to me for here. Pricey. I'm not seeing Pricey. Search up Demores, Fortin, Pricey. Pricey. Yeah, that's easy. Let's look him up. Let's look him up, boys. See what he's doing. Yeah, look at that. He got Concentrated Flame, Shivering Venom, Azeroth Spike, Leviathan Chomp, Undulating Tides. He's got procs, man. He's procking for days. Okay, I think this is EU. Pricey. Pricey. There he is. Let's take a closer look at the boy. What does he got for this? Rack and Brilliance. The Every Soul Shard generates, also increases your intellect, and Title Search. Oh, that's him in Affliction, isn't it? And then you got Rack and Brilliance here, and Loyal to the End. And Rack and Brilliance, Inevitable Demise. But you also got Condensed Life Force, Focusing Iris, and Crucible Flame. You can even go for another proc instead of like Focusing Iris. You can go for the anything else that does a proc damage. Leviathan's Lure and a Fat Venom Relic. Let's see how a weapon. If you only had like an intellect weapon that gave it like a proc too. Destruction spec. Normal destruction spec. Yeah, so this man is procking one day, dude. He's procking and he won everybody in a duel. At least from what you told me, guys. I'm gonna take your word for it though. Boys, we are gonna call it here. I think my twin is trying to stream, so I'm gonna call it here. I would love to get more 1v1s with you guys, but I want to give him the opportunity to stream too. He also streams. That is what he does. I know how important it's important for me, so if it's important for me, it's important for him too. So we're gonna call it here. I had a lot of fun with you guys. I wish I recorded the last game, but I appreciate all of you guys for coming out, and thank you guys so much for watching. Proxy the confirmation. There it is. Is it possible for Alliance to join War Games? Yes. Alliance and Mother welcome to. We have Horde and Alliance players here all the time. Tomorrow we're doing the duels on NA. What's with this role players? Really? 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 What is that mog? Yeah, that actually looks cool. That's a cool looking mog. Not gonna lie. That actually is very well put together. That actually is a solid mog. That actually is a very solid mog. I like it a lot. Now I want to make a live for Janai. Either way, boys, thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate all you boys. You guys are fucking beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go eat pizza. Maybe play some Zelda because we have Zelda on the TV, something like that, and just hang out. You guys are fucking beautiful. Thanks so much for joining in, and I'll see all you boys next stream. Alrighty, boys. Alrighty, peace.